Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doyle Field.
From historic Foley Stadium in Worcester, Massachusetts, we welcome you to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, set for kickoff, national anthem, and other festivities wrapped here at Foley Stadium in downtown Worcester tonight. High above we are. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Meyer, all sorts of action, and the talking and the preseason and the hot stove and all that good stuff. It's all over. We've got real football coming up, Bill Thomas.
Absolutely, Todd. Ready to put it all on the line right here. Leominster getting the ball here to start the season, and we're going to see right out of the gate if all the accolades Noah Gray has earned over the summer camps and skills camps has been deserving firsthand. And what better way to get it on the first series? A proud supporter of Leominster High School football with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and over 25 years of experience. Make Troy Hebert your first choice for your home construction, remodeling, and damage repair needs. Find Troy Hebert online at troyhebertconstruction.com and line up your free estimate. Now, with the call of the game, the voice of the Blue Devils, Todd Robbins.
All right, Bill Thomas, thank you so much. And we are set for kickoff from Foley Stadium. On the approach, the one-step kick. It's away by A.J. LaCouture. Left to right, it goes down the field. It will be turned by Travis Storm across the 20-yard line of the 25. Stood up there and pushed back to the 23-yard line. Point of farthest progress marked as the 25. And Leominster opens up shop, first down and 10. Their own 25-yard line, a return of 6 yards on the play.
Todd, I didn't get a chance to hear the coach's corner. I was taking care of some personal business, but I know he,
the most personal of business.
He let on. I know we've spoken early on, leading up to this game, about maybe a little different look in the passing game, getting Anthony Dandini a little more involved out of the backfield in that short, quick, a la Tom Brady Patriots offense. We'll have to see if that holds true.
He's going to look for a lot of snaps, and first down and 10, their own 25-yard line going right to left. Leominster deep back I formation. Colina's in the backfield. Snap, the pitch, triple reverse back. Now the flea flicker pitch for Gray. Dead duck over the center of the field. Looking for Alan Link. He's got it across the Doherty 40-yard line. Fumbled the football at the 32, and the ball is down and recovered by the Highlanders. Number 2, Mike Opping picks it up. A 40-yard pass completion to Alan Link, all for naught, fumbled and recovered by Mike Opping. Big play, big change in momentum on the fumble. What an opening play for the 2016 season.
What an opening play, in a tale of two different types of plays there. The double flea flicker reverse and completed down the middle of the field, but ultimately resulting in a turnover and Highlanders football at their own 35.
If nothing else, it got me screaming about, what is that, about 40-odd seconds into this football game?
I would expect nothing less, Todd.
Underway we are, and Leominster not able to do much with the control of the football on the first play from scrimmage in 2016. A turnover after a trick play is successful on a completion, then fumbled away by Alan Link at the end of the play. Highlanders try to come to the line, and they quickly have to burn a timeout. Starting quarterback Chris Schoen gets the start tonight. Found out when he walked out to the huddle.
Start filling in some numbers there, and so you got a loose line up there, Todd. You just got to figure out if they're in the spots that you are presuming that they're in.
Everyone's best guess is on the line tonight.
Looking quickly out there at the Leominster defense, as Kate and I talked about in the pregame, Noah Gray playing safety.
So the Highlanders on the recovery. First down and 10. Their own 35-yard line, now going left to right. Schoen in the shotgun. Back to pass on one-step set. Looks out to the left. Pass is complete in the hands of Tejan Vassar. Vassar goes forward across the 35, the 40, and dragged down around the 41-yard line. Call it a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Now, Billy, you mentioned Noah Gray starting at safety, wildly reported by other media outlets that he would not be playing on defense.
Because he didn't play in the Tewksbury scrimmage.
Apparently there was a question whether he was actually going to play in this game, seeing he didn't make an appearance in the Tewksbury scrimmage. But I think that it's a matter of getting your best athletes out there.
Yeah, don't
Take
say.
advantage of your athletic ability and get them out there and let them make plays. These are high school kids. That's what we have them out on the field for.
I don't make the information up. 2nd down, 3 to go. Pistol formation, the snap to showing. Hand off to the first man through into the pack. That may have been Vassar again. He gets swallowed up quickly. It was Vassar. He gains 1, 3rd down and 2.
You know, and looking back, I don't think we saw Noah on defense, but a handful of plays and in dime situations.
Thanksgiving,
yep.
a key situation.
Exactly, and interesting, he's right out there from the first snap. And on the first snap on offense, of course, the play that led to the turnover under center. I don't think we saw him under center more than 10 times all last year either. So wildly different look here to start the 2016 season.
3rd down, 2 to go for the Highlanders, trying to make something happen after recovering that loose football. 3rd and 2, their own 43-yard line going left to right. The snap, the handoff for Vassar. Good penetration in the backfield. Anthony Dandini, Johnny on the spot with the tackle. Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 4th down, 4th and about 5 to go, and the Highlanders will be forced to punt.
Defense led by that senior late in front 7, number 61, Austin McDonald on the line, and help cleaned up there by Anthony Dandini. I think we're going to be calling that front 7's numbers a lot.
A lot of experience in that front 7 for sure. Short punt formation this time for the Highlanders. Good snap. Punt is away by Mike Bicknell. And the return is fumbled and now muffed and picked up, and Travis Storm has got it. Got left sideline. He's got some room. He's got midfield. 40, 30, 20, cuts back across, going to his right, 10 and into the Highlander end zone. It is a touchdown. A punt return muffed by Travis Storm for a 70-yard touchdown. If this is an indication of what the season's going to look like.
Shaking my head.
Oh, my.
Couple of big blocks. Anthony Dandini leading the downfield just in case any speed was going to catch him. And how often do you see a muff just slow down the coverage team and then all of a sudden it turns into a breakaway? Flags all over the field.
Flags all over the field now behind the play.
And they're coming back up.
Down around the 46-yard line of the Highlanders. And the indication from Bob Bonsi is a block in the back against the Blue Devils on the return. The mark, the 46-yard line, it'll be a 10-yard penalty. And the Blue Devils will have the football nonetheless, and the touchdown comes down off the board. So 8:24 to play in the first quarter. A lot of excitement thus far, and it all adds up to not much. Still no score, Leominster and Doherty, a couple minutes into this one.
And I'm going to tell you right now, Coach Palazzi's not going to be happy with that. They're marking this off from the Doherty side of the 47. Travis Storm was well on his way down the sideline. If that's the point where the infraction occurred, completely unnecessary. And just a real setback for the Blue Devils there. From you talk about excitement, highs and lows, 2 plays in a row, 2 touches, and
2 scores.
2 scores, and two exciting plays. We'll have to see what the offense brings.
No doubt about it. 1st down, 10 to go. Blue Devils' 2nd touch of the football on the season, starting their own 43 this time. Going right to left, standard I, snap from Gray, handoff to Dandini. Center of the pack he goes, forward for about 3 yards, 2nd down and 7. Bill, I'm starting to get this feeling. Do you remember the movie Major League? They say, Harry Doyle says at the beginning, you can tell a lot about the season from the first at-bat.
Oh,
it's that little, check swing where the guy dives into first base. I kind of feel like that's what we're looking at right now. I can tell a lot about the season. We've got a double reverse flea flicker, fumbled going the other way, followed then quickly by a punt return for a touchdown call back on a flag. Should be a fun year to come here in week 1. 2nd down, 7 to go. Ball at the Blue Devil 47-yard line going right to left. Pistol formation, snap to Gray, gave it to Colina, eludes the first defender, gains maybe 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down, about 4 to go.
And once again, everybody that's touched the ball up to this point's been senior veterans, and I think we're going to see a steady dose of seniors. Now, I think Kate alluded to 22 seniors. Did I hear a number somewhere in that neighborhood? But going to be seniors on every play and basically steering the fortunes of this Blue Devils team.
3rd down, 5 to go. Ball is at the Blue Devil 48-yard line as they go right to left. Offset I, Gray, and a pistol mark. Got a back in Dandini next to him, snaps the football, drops back, falling away, completes the screen to Colina, avoids half the defensive line, crosses midfield, 45, 40, 35, and dragged down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 23 on the play, and it's a Blue Devil first down. Quick little hitter, allow the back to get out of the backfield and find the room yards after catch.
Yeah, and I like that play. Once again, relying on that senior experience, and Colina just leaving Highlanders in his wake on the ground, looking to see if somebody else was going to make the play. 20 yards down the field is where the play was made.
Check of the time and temperature coming up after this play. First down and 10 for the Blue Devils. Ball marked at the Highlander 29-yard line. Standard I formation, Dandini with Colina dotting. A receiver on either side. Snap. They fake the handoff. Gray keeps it, boots it out for himself. He's going to keep it, turning the right corner. Dips his shoulder. Legs cut out from underneath him across the 25 and out of bounds at the 20, maybe the 21-yard line, depending on the mark. He'll be very close. We'll call it a gain of 9. Second and a yard to go.
I think we saw something there, Todd, that we didn't see. Was last year was a little bit more of explosiveness out of Noah Gray. Trouble making the corner, making the turn, getting the edge. I think we saw something there that we're going to see a lot of this year.
North End Subaru is a proud member of the Colonial Automotive Group, located on Route 13 at 757 Chase Road in Lunenburg. North End Subaru is proud to be a Subaru President's Club Award winner and a stellar performer dealer. Online at northendsubaru.com. 10 minutes past 7 and 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies on this Friday night, September the 9th, opening of week 1 of the season here on the K-Zone. Gray back to pass on 2nd and 1. Throws across his body. Looking goal line. Pass is complete. And Dandini's in the end zone. It's a Blue Devil touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown strike on the run from Noah Gray. No flags are down on the play. 6:05 to play in the first quarter. Leominster 6 and Doherty nothing.
Saw something else there in Noah Gray, directing traffic downfield, showing his maturity right away on that first drive, waving Anthony Dandini, I'm assuming, because that's who he was looking at, in between defenders, throwing a strike. Great first drive.
Mike Foster on to attempt the extra point. Snap the ball down. Foster, the one-step kick, drives it up and through, and the teams come back up the field. 6:05 to play in the first quarter with the score. Leominster 7 and Doherty nothing. More to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas, Kate Meyer. With you for about 30 seconds between this one. Our executive producer, Bradley Bedard, in his senior campaign out here with us tonight as well. And a great night, great start. A lot of exciting action. We'll have replays available for you throughout the season. Leominster.tv and, of course, on the channels of Leominster TV as well.
And I misspoke. I said great opening drive. Obviously, second time the Blue Devils have the ball. But I tell you, if this is what we're going to see all season long, and it's tough to predict that on 2 touches and 2 exciting drives, one successful and one not. But once again, and this is going to be a common theme, senior, touching that ball all the way down the field, led by some seniors in the line and showing great maturity. But very early on, I love the maturity, and we're going to say that a lot, that Noah Gray showed in that drive.
Mike Foster with the ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our right. Set to kick things off on the approach. As we come back, kick is away from Foster. A high hopper across the 18-yard line. It will be returned by Tejan Vassar. Vassar's got sideline, and he's gone. Down the right sideline he goes. Midfield, 30, 20, 10, 5. It's a Highlander touchdown. Right back down the field come the Highlanders on the ensuing kickoff. 7-6. Doherty within 1. 5:52 to play in the first quarter.
I'm just shaking my head, Todd. I'm guessing that was, about 83 yards. Bounced over one Highlander who reached up for it and almost bounced over Tejan Vassar's head. But great job getting that sideline and using his speed, something Doherty has always had, his speed. Something you can coach up, but you can't create, and it looks like they got it and have used it well.
They are in search of a football. They have found one out on the field. Things have been moving a little quickly for everybody out there right now.
Week 1 cobwebs.
You got that right. A.J. LaCouture will do the kicking for the Highlanders. J.J. Early will be the holder once they set everybody down. He'll look to tie the game. 7-6 Leominster's lead right now. 5:52 to play in the first quarter. We'll recap this all for you coming up at the very soonest halftime.
Allegedly.
Flag down. Snap was low and fielded by Early, but flags kill the play from the wing official on the far sideline. Here's referee Bob Bonsi. Prior to the snap is his signal. He's got a false start.
Procedure.
Pointed against the Blue Devils, but I think he meant to point to the Highlanders.
Curious.
They marked it 5 yards against Doherty.
Usually it's an offside if they're
That's
going defensively,
correct.
but apparently not. They moved the ball back 5 yards, so yeah, he just pointed the wrong direction.
Yeah, so the mark is against the Highlanders for the illegal procedure. They'll try the extra point now, just a little bit farther away. Still LeCouture to hold. Early ball down on the tee. LeCouture puts a foot into it. It's wobbling, and it clears the bar. Teams come back up the field. 5:52 to play in the first quarter. 7-all, Doherty and Leominster. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV. You've probably got the best opportunity of all. You're at home, you can sit, you can lean, you can grab a drink, because at this juncture, wow, this has been quite an opening to a high school football game in week 1.
I was hoping we were going to have a good game. I didn't know I was going to need my nitro pills, Todd.
Woo!
But more action in the first half here than we see in most ball games in the first 5-6 minutes of the first quarter here. But high school football, the great unknown.
That's
so
right.
We'll have to see how this game plays out. Once again, the Blue Devils will be going on offense.
Back to Foley Stadium in Worcester on the K-Zone. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer. 7-all, Doherty and Leominster. 5:52 to play in the first quarter. A.J. LeCouture's got the ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our left. Ready to set the teams down and send the kick away. We'll have Bill Thomas's hard-working player spotlight coming up at the next break in the action. There's the kick, end over end it goes. It will be returned from the 12-yard line by Travis Storm. Comes angling across the field to his left. He's got the 25, the 30, dragged across the 35-yard line and down at the Blue Devil 36-yard line. And it's Blue Devil football. First down and 10, their own 36-yard line. Our hard-working player spotlight is brought to you by Workers Credit Union, home of the $3 million Give Back program. The more you bank, the more you get back. Check them out on the web at WCU.com. Workers Credit Union, doing what's right for you. Bill Thomas, your week 1 hardworking player spotlight.
I got to give it to Anthony Dandini here early in the first quarter. A couple of tough yards on a couple of handoffs. That nice crossing pattern for that touchdown. In on some defense. Right now, it's Anthony Dandini.
Something tells me we'll be hearing a lot about him throughout the year. Deep back I formation from the Blue Devil, 36 on first down and 10. The snap and the handoff for Angel Colina. Takes it off the left side of center, back across the 35. Churns for a couple of extra yards. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. Second down, 7 to go.
Colina a little slow getting up. Helped up there by a teammate, Austin McDonald. If there's going to be the Achilles heel to the Blue Devil season, I think it's going to be staying healthy. And that's really going to be the key. And definitely don't want to see injuries here in the first game.
It's interesting you say that, Bill Thomas, because if you checked out Leominster TV's Coach's Corner this week, one of the things Coach Palazzi talked about is Angel Colina, what a great speedy back he is, but how you never saw him at 100% throughout the year. And that's a real telling point. He really believes Angel Colina is 100% to start this year. Snap, and the sweet pitch goes to the outside right in the hands of Colina. Turns the right corner, churns forward across the 40, and dragged down at the 42-yard line. Gains a handful more. Third down, 4 to go from the Blue Devil, 42-yard line.
Didn't take Colina long to recover after getting helped up from that previous play. But, yeah, I think health is going to be a key. And we saw what happened when Anthony Dandini got injured at the end of the season last year in the playoff game. Really affected more so on the defensive side of the ball than offense, but I think injuries are going to be a key to the Blue Devils' success.
Kate, we didn't forget you were here. We'll have a drive summary or
I've got 2.
A game summary
I've
or
got
something.
2 drive summaries. I'm ready for
At
you.
some juncture when we get a breath.
I'm doing a lot of typing.
Third down and 4 to go. Snap on third down. The handoff for Dandini on 3rd and 4. He takes it straight forward. Great defensive penetration there by the Highlanders. Looked like it was some help up front. Was that Terrence Jackson and Kenny Amoa? Mike Mahoney in there on the tackle.
Leading the charge. Nothing surprising there. Just a straight fullback handoff. Highlanders read it well. And looks like punt formation, but we'll have to get a look and see who's dropping back here. Doing the punting. Should be Dandini.
Back to punt, has been for his time here with the Blue Devils. And that is what he's doing. Stands at his own 30-yard line to punt, ready to send it right to left. Good snap, takes it out to his right, little rugby-style move there, and Dandini puts a good foot into it. It is muffed. It is contacted. Matt Price muffs it down the field some more. Still fumbling with it. He's got a hand on it, and at the very least, he's at the Highlander 2-yard line.
God.
Matt Price off the muffed punt through the hands of Evan Brunell for the Highlanders, muffs it farther down the field and touches it down. Blue Devil football, first down and 10 at the Highlander 1-yard line.
Holy
wow.
I got to tell you that when he first
Holy moly.
fumbled and he gave that a little kick, one more little kick, and that ball was going to end up out the back of the end zone for a touchback. But nice job rolling up on that ball and not trying to pick it up on the run like he did the first attempt. Came to his senses there and fell on it.
And finally fell on the football. That would have been the coaching point, which is fall on the ball.
Yeah.
Don't try to pick it up. And
he
finally
had
did.
6 written.
Like, could you imagine how big your eyes get? You're like, I'm right here.
And there's nobody there. You've ran by the only guy that had a chance to get it. But good job. Good recovery there. Nice starting spot for this third drive.
Blue Devils in short yardage, looking for the end zone. First and goal in the Rocket offense. The snap, the give for Dandini. Plows it into the pack, cross the goal line. It's 6 for the Blue Devils.
And I guess that's drive summary will be easy over there, Kate. But once again, Dandini the man. Gets a nice punt off, leads to a muff, and leads to 6.
One of the things Coach Palazzi had told me off air was that he's going to attempt to run every single Blue Devil offense we've seen over his 5 years, all the different formations. He's going to do it out of a standard set this year. He's not going to have different packages. He's going to, as you mentioned, Bill Thomas, get as many senior touches as he can. Snap the ball down. Foster drives it through the sticks. Teams come back up the field. We'll have more on that when we come back. 3:18 to play in the first quarter with the score. Leominster 14 and Doherty 7. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight. Bradley Bedard has had all the pictures and the opportunity to use your DVR and rewind, pause, rewind, recover, try to see it again. Back and forth action here in this first quarter.
And, you know, you made a great comment before we went to break. Coach Palazzi wants to get his seniors as many touches. We're not going to see those special packages. His seniors are going to be his core players.
And we are back to Foley Stadium in downtown Worcester tonight on the K-Zone. 3:18 to play in quarter one. 14-7, Leominster's lead. Foster with the ball on the tee, 40-yard line to our right. And Bill Thomas expanding a little bit on bonus coverage from our viewers on Leominster TV, picking up our conversation we had here on the K-Zone before we went to the break. Real key here, Blue Devils are going to run all those different sets, the Thunder and Lightning, the Rocket offense, your shotgun formation, your spread, standard eye formation, you name it. If they've run it in their multiple front offense, Coach Palazzi's planning on doing it with the personnel that he has on the field. He wants to keep defenses off balance.
Yeah, and I think it's great use of his talented, senior-laden squad.
And a right to left kick down the field. Tejan Vassar will return from his own 20. Got some angle out to the right sideline. 25, 30, 35, and angled out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 Highlanders. Only their second conventional formation. First and 10, their own 37-yard line going left to right in quarter one.
Matt Price in on the tackle, gets up limping. One of those seniors, I'm guessing, and one of the captains this year. So once again, the injury bug rearing its ugly head here. We'll have to see if he can return to the game.
All right, while we have a quick timeout, I believe by the Blue Devils, I've got a couple of drive summaries for you guys. If it's okay if I get
Kate
them in.
Myers with us this season as well, in case you're
Hi,
wondering.
guys. I've been doing a lot of writing and a lot of typing.
What have you been doing over there?
Oh, shut your mouth. All right, we have 2 drive summaries right now for the Blue Devils. The first coming with 6:05 remaining in the first quarter. It is a 20-yard touchdown reception by Anthony Dandini. The extra point was good. The other, also in the first quarter, with 3:18 to play in the first quarter for the Blue Devils. Again, Anthony Dandini with a 1-yard touchdown run following the muffed punt.
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't even watching.
All right,
we
what are
got
you doing over there?
typing and writing. All right, and for the Highlanders, they have one score as well, coming with 5:52 left in the quarter by Tejan Vassar. It was the 83-yard kickoff return. Extra point is good. 14-7 advantage. Blue Devils with 3:12 to play here in the first quarter. What a way to start off the season, guys.
That's a week one.
If anything exciting happens to happen, Kate, we'll wake you up.
Oh, thanks. Snooze fest over here.
And one thing I want to comment early on, it looks like we have a kicker. We lost the golden toe last.
The golden toe, Christian Lewis,
but,
graduated.
We saw Mike Foster in a little bit last year.
Tail end of last year.
As a precursor of him taking over the kicking duties, but a very strong leg. He's kicking it well past the uprights there in those extra points. Looking forward to a field goal or two this year.
Potentially that as well. Here we go, out of the Blue Devil timeout. First down and 10 for the Highlanders. Ball at the 37-yard line. A snap, the give, flag down. There was something wrong at the snap for sure. Somebody was either offsides or stepped back.
I think there was a false
start. The handoff went straight up the middle.
It took a while, though.
Yeah, Kenny DeJesus on the carry, but we will wait and see where that comes back to.
That took a done minute.
Coming over, I think that might be the illegal shift, it looks like.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to call it. An illegal shift against the Highlanders. 5 yards from the previous spot, and 1st and 15 they will have. The right truck can make your job easier. Chapdelaine GMC has been selling and servicing commercial trucks since 1969. Chapdelaine has the best selection of commercial used trucks that they have ever had. Stop by Route 2A in Lunenburg or online at chappygm.com.
Chapdelaine, Chapdelaine.
I love that jingle.
That
one of my
jingle
personal
sticks
favorites.
in my head.
Todd, you are a jingle.
1st and 15 for the Highlanders. Ball at their own 32. Snapping back to pass. Schoen's pass complete. Out in the flats to the left. Quickly swallowed up out on the outside. Might have been earlier Yadam. I lost sight of him real quick on the play. Make it 6 to Jesus on the catch.
Yadam, a name that Doherty Highlanders football should be familiar with. Senior last time we were here in 2013. Isaac Yadam went on to play, is still playing, I think, at Boston College, playing on defense, I believe, defensive back.
And then you have Phil Adarkwa, also of the Highlanders fame. His brother, Al Adarkwa, is at UMass. UMass and BC matchup tomorrow.
And who's going to be calling that game from the booth?
Somebody else.
Somebody else? One and done, Todd? I didn't get the memo.
2nd down and 8 to go. Back to pass. It is complete. Out to the right side. Complete in the hands of Tajon Passer. He works his way laterally across the 35 and out of bounds as we wind under 2 minutes.
Shoot me now, Todd.
No, Bill, it's actually, that was really awesome. I like that. No, that was perfect. I set you up for a toss and tease. You drove it through the uprights, and it was totally off base. That was awesome. That was
I was
really
going to go to the game just to hear your PA work, and now I'm out now.
There's lots of people that have said that at this juncture.
Have to go to the movies or something.
We report, you decide.
That's a take it or leave it if I've ever
Yeah,
heard
we
one.
definitely a take it or leave it.
And you did it without even missing a beat. This is what happens, Billy, when they change marketing departments.
Oh, okay. Hey, everybody's got their people.
That's right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You hate when they forget to call you. Under 1:15 to play in the first quarter. Schoen in the gun, back to pass with 2 backs. Double pump, looks to the outside, and incomplete long. Intended receiver out there. Far side looks like 17. Evan Brunell was the intended receiver. Closer, though, to the hands of 12 downfield for the Blue Devils, Mike Viola, who was in the neighborhood.
It almost looked like the wide receiver turned into defensive back over there. Very close to being offensive pass interference.
Never a good thing when the ball's closer to the defender.
No, this is very, very true.
Never a good thing.
He looked like he ran the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
1:04 to play. Clock stopped here in the first quarter, and punt formation for the Highlanders on 4th down and 13.
We're still in the first.
Good punt. It's away. Storm lets it bounce. It is well covered, and it is marked down. Phil Adarkwa gets downfield for the Highlanders and downs it right at the Blue Devil 20-yard line, where Leominster will have their 3rd possession. 1st down and 10, their own 20. Going right to left, 54 seconds to play here in the first quarter, and Leominster with the 14-7 lead here in quarter number 1 of week 1 of action on the K-Zone.
Blue Devils back on offense here for the 4th time? 4th time.
Yes, indeed.
It's going by so quickly. I was trying to count up the drives and the turnovers, and that's what we've had.
I'm working on that. Yes.
I think,
well, this is technically the start of the 5th.
5th drive, yeah.
5th drive. Oh,
just
well, the 1 yard.
I had 3, you had 4, and it's actually 5.
Quick
We're
comment
there.
Travis Storm getting a little happy hands there watching that punt roll around. I'm sure they'll have a special teams meeting about getting away from that hot potato.
Trying to make too much happen. double fake, and the rollout for Gray. Directing traffic downfield. He tucks and runs, baits a defender a little bit and gets himself an edge, and he'll step out of bounds at the Blue Devil 24-yard line, gain of 4, second down and 6.
Yeah, it turns nothing into something there. Once again, directing traffic, a couple of Blue Devil potential receivers over there, Dandini and a couple of others, but did a good job by Gray, not trying to force something there, and got 4 out of nothing.
It's amazing as we sit here tonight on another opening of a season, and we think about 4 years ago, Noah Gray starting as a freshman, as a slot receiver, making it through week 2 of action, getting high load, and now seeing the change, the maturity into a quarterback who, instead of looking at the sideline for help, is directing traffic down the field. It's awesome to watch players develop in high school football. Second down and 6 to go. The snap, the fake, and Gray will take it himself. He'll turn it out to the left side, cross the 30 and step out of bounds around the 32-yard line of the Blue Devils. Good for a Leominster first down.
So, Billy, what Todd's saying is nice to see them develop and get better, but we just say the same.
No, we've gotten better. Well, at least I have to give Todd and yourself all the credit that I feel like I have gotten better based on my work with you guys. And it's greatly appreciated. I mean, you have a degree from Syracuse. I have a diploma from
holding
Nipmuc.
up a thumbtack into a wall. That's what a degree's good for. But other than that,
I like to tell people I fell off the poop truck and came up smelling like roses. And it's all because of you guys.
We're a great team, and we're glad to be together once again for our 7th season here on the K-Zone. 39 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Offset eye in the pistol, now back to pass Gray. Rolls out. He'll throw. Off balance, down the right sideline, and ran out of real estate, incomplete. The intended receiver was Dylan Tanner, the tight end, who got open down the right sideline, had a little coverage behind him from Mike Opping, but other than that, that ball will fall incomplete as Tanner ran out of bounds.
Very curiously slow developing play there. Noah stood there almost like he heard a whistle and just kind of hesitated and got the defense to slow down. And Dandini just pile drived a defender there at the line of scrimmage and never even moved. Rocket Gibraltar there.
Gibraltar.
And I think the kid looked up to see who it was. And but
where do you find these?
But pass fell incomplete. Threw it the only place that could be caught, and it ended up incomplete.
Second and 10, their own 31. Snap high, fielded by Gray, gets it down in the hands of the running back. Coming out of the backfield, that's Adam Couch, the sophomore. Turns the corner at the right side, got stood up by the defense, but after he gains 3, it'll bring up a, looks like third down, third and about 7 to go, and Adam Couch, the sophomore, gets a touch.
Yeah, we had heard that there's going to be some underclassmen that are going to get some touches. I'm not sure if we'll see Cameron Long, junior quarterback, but, they do need to spell some of these senior players. And I think we saw a little sophomore indecision.
And that's the way the first quarter of play will end. Blue Devils have the football. Third down and 7 to go when the teams change ends and continue second quarter action. Leominster 14 and Doherty 7 from Foley Stadium tonight. More to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Couple of personnel changes out there on the field. Blue Devils wearing the road white tops tonight with the royal blue bottoms. White stripes down the side in a broken pattern. The normal white helmets, the classic white single royal blue stripe up the center. Dandini with a good field and a booming rugby-style kick to his right. Fair catch called for and made by the Highlanders' Noah Waterman at the 20-yard line of the Highlanders. They'll have first and 10 at their own 20, going right to left.
Noah, I think, inadvertently waving for that fair catch. Looked like when he saw nobody within 10 yards of him, he wished he could run, but unfortunately killed the play by waving for the fair catch.
Meanwhile, away from the play, and I mean well away from the play, a Blue Devil is down and writhing in pain around their own 48-yard line. He's down in a heap. Teams take a knee on the field. Coach Palazzi's walked over. Blue Devils training staff has arrived as well. Highlanders training staff already attending as they were closest to the play. And down on the field right now, we got to look at the number. It's Doug Marcelino on the play. He's down around the 48-yard line on his back. Looks like this is going to be an extended delay. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. We'll continue from Foley Stadium. In a moment, you're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. A Highlander first down and 10 at their own 20, going right to left here in quarter 2. The handoff right immediately off the snap to Schoen, put in the hands of Vassar. He takes it straight up as the first man through, powers his way forward for 2, second down and 8.
Good job once again by the front 7 of the Blue Devils. short gain there, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of yards to be found in the middle of the defensive line when it comes to trying to run on the Blue Devils this year.
Highlanders wearing the home maroon and gold. Maroon tops, gold bottoms, the classic gold helmets with the white cages on this opening week 1 of the season here at Foley Stadium. 10-10 to play here in quarter 2. They're chasing 7. The snap on second down. Handoff to the first man through the middle. It's Vassar again with some room, gashing the Blue Devil defense across the 30 to the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 9, and it's a Highlander first down.
No sooner did I say that, some good blocks up front by the Highlanders front 5, and opening up some holes, but a nice job at dancing through those holes by Vassar, picking up that first down with a nice solid 9-yard pickup.
There's that offset I, or call it a pistol formation, as you've got a running back behind Schoen with a back standing next to him in the formation. Schoen the snap on first down and 10, gave it to Vassar again. Flag late from the umpire position. That usually indicates a holding situation, but he threw it right into the back of a Blue Devil. So
I'd be so mad if I got hit by a flag and it wasn't my fault.
What did I do?
Me. My mother doesn't even hit me.
Yeah, it looks like the Highlanders are backing up, even though no gain on that play. Blue Devils are going to push them back 10 yards, try to play a little field position here.
Yeah, holding is the signal. It's a 10-yard penalty. They'll mark it back from the previous spot. So it'll be 1st and 20 back across the Highlander 25 at the 22-yard line.
Nice job there on defense, although he's not going to get credit for it. Chris Jackson, we started calling his number a little bit more in the season. He was seeing more playing time. Looks like a little fire hydrant out there, a little he's about 5x5, but he definitely gets the job done. It must be very tough for the offensive line to block somebody like that with some power and some strong legs.
A Highlander 1st and 20, their own 22, going right to left in quarter 2. Shotgun set. Tyrell Arrington in the backfield with Schoen. The snap, they give it on the end around into the hands of DeJesus, who turns the right corner upfield. 25-30 and dragged down at around the 33-yard line. Gains a few positive yards back on the play. Gain of 12 on the play, a positive gain of 2 from the previous spot, and so we'll call it a 2nd down and 8 to go for DeJesus on that end-around run.
Yeah, I got that penalty, that 10-yard plus 2, so put him in a nice manageable 2nd down spot here. Field position that would have been pretty much right where they were if the penalty had been declined, so right back to 2nd down and 8 where we were a play ago.
8.5 minutes to play here in quarter 2. 14-7, Leominster's lead. Highlanders come out of the huddle. 2nd down and 8 to go. Ball their own 33-yard line, going right to left. Offset. Arrington standing next to Schoen in the pistol, and a flag down from the back judge. That indicates delay of game. And yes, a play clock faster than the one at Doyle
We usually
Field.
don't see that unless we're at Doyle. Oh boy.
Be a 5-yard penalty against the Highlanders, and it'll mark them back. 2nd down now, 2nd down and about 13.
Makes it a little tougher 2nd down situation here. Fully expect to see the Highlanders keep the ball on the ground, but you never know. They've shown that controlled passing game. I think trying to build some success, with a young offense. Great job by Coach McKay, just trying to get some rhythm.
Noticeably, the tempo of this game since the start of the 2nd quarter way down from that 1st quarter. I could take a nap at this point.
Ball control's been the name of the game in the 2nd quarter.
I feel like we've only had 4 plays.
Yeah, and a timeout taken by the Highlanders to stop action. 7:56 to play.
We've had
2nd quarter, 14-7 is Leominster's lead, and you're absolutely right.
4
Kate.
offensive plays in the entire quarter.
It has ground to a halt.
Leominster had 5 offensive drives in the 1st quarter, and Doherty had 2.
And we're about just
it gives everybody a chance to catch their breath, reset a few things here. The Blue Devils have a number of players going both ways.
I'm sure that they enjoy the rest.
And I'm sure that they're quite happy to see this little slowdown.
Hey, Todd, who's that safety out there again?
That's Noah Gray
Oh,
playing
What's he
wing back
doing?
safety.
Is he lost?
You don't say.
On his way to the parking lot, maybe?
As it
To the
turns out,
bus?
he was listed in the starting lineup. Back to
You
pass.
don't say.
It's showing over the middle, out of the reach of the defender, but in and out of the hands of the intended receiver downfield. It was 81 Matt Brothers. Got the paws on it, but couldn't haul it in.
I'm going to give Dylan Tanner a little assist there. If nothing else, he got his hands up in front of the receiver there, but he might have even got a fingertip on that ball, changed the direction a little bit, created a tougher ball to catch, fell incomplete.
Oh, we've got the Jackson brothers down on the sideline over here with Maddie Houle and Laureen Sapola.
Raising a little havoc, and a fantastic crowd on hand. Both schools well represented on this opening week of the season. 80-degree temperatures certainly will help bring the fans out to the ball field, and what a great crowd we have here tonight. Participatory, they've seen a lot of great action, and they'll, well, see a lot more to come in a 7-point ball game as we continue.
Todd,
I
found an outfit for you after this play.
I guarantee it wasn't as good as that one I wore in Alabama.
It's better.
Back to passage, showing on 3rd and 13. Quick hitter to the outside left is complete into the hands of J.J. Early across the 35 and down at the 38-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th down and 4 to go. And Kate, a fashion update?
Fashion update, near sideline to the right. We've got a seersucker jacket, baby blue pants, and a baby blue hat. Amazing. Out by the field.
I'm looking. All right, you look
right
for that.
By the sideline.
I'm going to give some credit there. The defense, Mike Quillis and Dylan Tanner, nice job stopping that short pass. Leading a 4th down and a punt.
And the punt is away. It will hop at the Blue Devil 35-yard line and be returned by Anthony Dandini. Get him on the call sheet. He punts him and returns him. And forward he goes across the 35, dives up to about the 40. It'll be Leominster football, 1st down and 10, their own 40-yard line. Coach Dave Palazzi and the offense trots out onto the field.
Worst drive ever. Worst drive. I mean, he's got to warm back up.
Does it not surprise you that Coach Palazzi's trying to get out there in the huddle during this first game,
eligibility, he would play. Bill Jenzik and Bob Calzini and their team are committed to providing you the best accounting services, strategies, and advice to ensure your peace of mind. Find us on Facebook, Jenzik and Calzini of Leominster. Hard to spell, easy to work with.
Todd, note to self, that drive, don't send that one in for an award. That's not the one. 1st
down, 10 to go. Blue Devils, their own 40-yard line as they go left to right. From the offset snap, put it in the hands of Dandini. He marches forward and engages with the defender on the near side. It was Vassar who squared him up and took Dandini down, but first a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Good job out there, one-on-one tackle by the Highlander defender. But I want to comment on the Blue Devil student body there. They're holding up these sticks with face paddle. Their face paddles is their term. It's
the
not
giant heads there?
Yeah.
Is there a Bill Thomas giant head down
there?
there?
We don't see one for us, but I think they're.
You don't want
they would
one
need.
for
They would
us.
need much bigger posters to get my head on one of those. They want to be able. They don't want to block the crowd from seeing the game.
2nd down and 8 from the gun.
Yes, indeed. And there's a snap. They fought the hands off. Went in the hands of Couch. Meanwhile, Gray with the hurdle across the 45. Turns left sideline at midfield and driven out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a Blue Devil 1st down on a gain of 14, and he clears the 100-meter hurdles.
Oh, wow. And Alan Link out there, kind of a questionable block that got him around the corner, but no flags, and really sprung Noah Gray for show off some great athleticism out there for 1st down gain.
It was a 14-yard gain, but it was a top play to me. What a great hurdle there by Gray. An athletic move going down the field. 6 minutes and counting to play here in the 2nd quarter. An I backfield, Colina dotting the I. Gray's under center, Dandini's the up man in the I. The snap, and that's a busted play. Dandini went out the block. So Gray rolls out, fakes a pass downfield, and safely steps out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. And that Kate, you're absolutely right, was about 1,000 shades of ugly.
I was just apologizing
and
for
of course,
stepping.
you're not sure who mishandled the play call there. Dandini, not hitting the hole. Gray, not turning the right way. But if there's something I think Noah needs to learn, he could have. That was a learning play right there. Once you get outside the tackles, just get rid of the ball. Yep. It ended up being a 2-yard loss when he could have been back at the line of scrimmage and used a lot less effort. So, we still see Noah Gray has a little bit of a learning curve.
More poise, though, than we would have seen. Imagine the feeling of turning around and there being no one there.
Right, he would have ate the ball at that point
That's right.
and got piled on. But you're right about that, Kate.
Coach Sean Mulcahy from the near sideline has to take a timeout, stopping the clock with 5:50 to play in the 2nd quarter. 14-7, Leominster's lead. They are clearly interested in something the Blue Devils were doing in offensive formation. So near sideline takes a quick timeout as we continue with 5:50 to play here in the 2nd quarter. 14-7 is Leominster's lead.
you know, I keep seeing that offensive set where Noah's turning and just holding the ball out there, expecting the fullback or the running back to come to him. He's not really taking that 2 or 3 step drop and meeting the running back. And you know, I wonder if the Highlander defense is trying to pick up on that. We've seen him run the option off of that a couple of times, but a little different look by the Blue Devils offense.
At 10 minutes to the top of the hour, you are listening to the K-Zone, WPKZ AM 1280 and 105.3 FM. From Foley Stadium tonight, Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer. 5:50 to go in the second quarter, 14-7, Leominster's lead. Coming out of the Highlander timeout, second down and 12 to go from the Highlander side of midfield. The Highlander 45 is the mark. 2 Blue Devils already split out wide in a pair to the left of the formation. Dandini will join him, slot receiver left. It'll set trips up to the left side. Single back behind Dandini in the pistol. That appears to be Couch and not Colina. Single receiver down here to the near side right is Tanner. Flag down on the play. Dandini takes the rush, completes it to Link. Flags are down. Link's got a first down as he's out of bounds at around the 33-yard line. But this one may be coming back. A lot of flags went down. It went down at the snap. It's either going to be a shift or an offside mark, but they're pointing toward the white.
A little early movement, perhaps.
Referee Bob Bonsi says procedure against the Blue Devils. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. It will be second down in about, it looks like 17.
Wipes out a nice little center screen there.
I feel like this has been kind of one of the things we've been looking at throughout the night. Good things happen, and immediately something bad happens following
That's week 1 jitter.
Well,
Not jitters, but that's week 1 cobwebs.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I'm
if there's
quick
anything,
today.
Well, you've had nothing else to do all day except just observe. In the second quarter, but yeah, that is a byproduct of first game jitters. Is getting down those finer points, snap counts.
What was that?
Movement.
And some conversation, and Yellow Laundry is down. The Blue Devils have 12 on the field, I believe. Illegal substitution against the Blue Devils.
12 participants.
That's one too many.
Oh, is Coach Palazzi the 12th?
I don't think so.
I bet he was.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not good. 1 plus 2 plus 1
I just saw Dylan Tanner trot off the field with his head down. I think he wasn't supposed to be part of that offensive set.
That's a weak 1 right there.
Yep. And usually you see that on punt or field goals. Like,
certainly.
Hey, grab your helmet. Get out. You're supposed to be out there, or one of those. But yeah, once again, first week jitters or just uncertainty, we'll chalk that up.
My personal favorite, 2nd and 22 or 2nd and a country mile. Ball back to the Blue Devil 45-yard line. They need the Highlander 33 for the first, and there's a sack in the backfield. Good penetration at the line. Mike Mahoney got in there. He got a little help from a couple of Highlanders and dragged Noah Gray down. Charlie Payson in there to start that sack, assisting Mike Mahoney. Down he goes. More yards lost, 3 additional at least on the play. It'll be 3rd and 25, and Gray, a little ginger, jogging back to the huddle.
Yeah, Highlanders just pinned their ears back right there, ran over whoever the running back is there, outmatched on attempting to block and protect Gray, and got it from both sides there. Really nowhere to go and no time to throw the ball away. In the pocket, that's not the opportune time to throw the ball away. Good job eating it in that situation.
So there's this 3rd down and a longer country mile. Blue Devils need to obtain the Highlander 33 for a first down. Gray's back to pass, looking for it all on one play. Down the center of the field, Alan Link went up for it, and at the very least broke it up. Incomplete. Better body position downfield for Kenny Amoa, who was in better position to make the catch, and Link came back into the play as it was a little underthrown, and he broke that one up. So it falls incomplete for a 4th and 25 for the Blue Devils. Ball all the way back to their own. That appears to be the 7-yard line. It looks like the stick's kind of marked from my angle, but they need to obtain the Highlander 33 for a first down.
Yep, Dandini out there. Hopefully to help the Blue Devils maintain field position here. Highland is backing up a little bit. They know what to expect now.
Dandini with a solid boot just a little while ago. Put another good one in there. A wobbler will be returned by Vassar. Vassar with a little shake right at the 25-yard line. drops the defender, angles out to the right side, and steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Gains about 10 on the return, does Tejan Vassar, but maybe more important was the great first move he put on the first defender downfield.
That was Mike Viola on the seat of his pants.
He might have broken ankle.
Who
that
was that?
A quick turn.
There goes Flash. Yeah.
Whoa.
That was an ankle breaker. But
yes, it was.
To his credit, he got up and he chased the play to the sideline instead of just sitting there. Good effort. And I'm sure he can't wait to get back out there on that next special teams play, make up for that.
Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, proudly brought to you by Fitchburg Tire.
The K-Zone, your top Central Mass
More games than anybody else.
For sports, high school, college, professional, you name it, we have it. And I believe we'll have some Red Sox baseball later on tonight.
K-Zone morning commute, Scholastic Sports Zones on Sunday with Bill Thomas and Howie Kahn. Lots of excitement. Deep downfield on first down and 10 to the left side. They look for a pass. Schoen does for Kenny DeJesus. It's long and incomplete. And it brings up a second down and 10 to go.
Mike Viola on the defensive coverage. And I think if he was watching the ball, he would have had a better chance of catching that. But he's playing the defender wisely, so ball was well overthrown.
Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, proudly brought to you by North End Mazda. Check them out online at buynorthendmazda.com. Second down and 10 to go. Ball at the 35-yard line at right hash. Shotgun formation for Schoen. Arrington in the backfield with him. Low snap. Down it goes. Schoen smartly drops on top of it at the Highlander 29-yard line. No choice. Turned around. It had gotten by him on the low snap, and he fell down on top of it. Great play there by Schoen on the play.
The Blue Devils quickly in there. Christian Nunez and a couple of others. Look like Isaac Phillips also. But good job by Schoen to get on that loose ball.
Loses a solid handful on that one.
-6.
Yeah, down 6 on that. 3rd and 16, ball across the 30 at the 29-yard line of the Highlanders at right hash as they continue their march from right to left. Going the wrong way right now. 3.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter as they continue to chase 7. It's 14-7 Leominster. 21 points scored by both teams, all scored in the first 5 minutes of quarter one. Back to pass, it's Schoen. He rolls out, throws across his body, and it is a strike thrown on the inside, complete. Nice route run by Kenny DeJesus, who got the angle underneath 2 Blue Devils defenders.
Turned it up just a hair short, about 2 yards short of what he needed to gain for the first down, but nice pitch and catch there. Gained 14 of those 16 yards that they needed. And might be a good chance maybe to go for it here and maybe gain some momentum here leading into halftime. We'll have to see what Coach McKay pulls out of his bag here, his play bag.
And he wants to take a timeout to talk this one over. A crucial play here, looking at trying to keep the ball for the remainder of this half. 2:42 to play in the second quarter, and a timeout taken on the field by the Highlanders. And we'll keep it right here as they talk things over. It officially went as a gain of 14 into the hands of DeJesus. So they're facing a 4th down and 2 are the Highlanders. The ball will be snapped from their own 43-yard line. They need to obtain just the very edge of the 45-yard line to get themselves a first down. So that's what they are up against right about at midfield here in this second quarter of action.
Looking at the offensive set, looks like the punt team was out there for the Highlanders, and maybe that's what the coach Sean McKay was thinking, let's maybe get a little momentum here and get a quick score here to use up the clock here and not give the Blue Devils another opportunity here in the second quarter.
Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, brought to you by Fidelity Bank of Leominster. The idea that businesses do well creates a brighter today and tomorrow for everyone involved. It's a win-win-win. Now, who doesn't like that? Your Fidelity Bank, helping you get where you want to be with heart.
Looks like the offense is out there now.
And yes, they are. Regular offense on the field. Schoen stands in that split-eye pistol. We've got Vassar behind him, Arrington next to him, and 2 receivers out in the formation. Hard count. They got a Blue Devils to snap and touch. The question will be, did the offensive lineman step back first? The wing officials will have to confer, and it's the far sideline making the call, and they call procedure against the Highlanders. Tough break for Doherty there as they got the defender to jump, but their offensive lineman stepped back first.
I think what happened there was one of the backs in the backfield stepped up could have been stepping up to going in motion, but never made that break and did get called for that procedure.
So it'll bring up now a 4th down and 7 to go after the 5-yard penalty, and the ball across the Highlander 40 to the 38-yard line, and back in punt formation are the Highlanders. Low snap, fielded by Mike Bicknell, and Bicknell sends the punt out to his right. Dandini muffing around with it, finally able to pick it up, and now he's on his feet at around the 23-yard line. Angled at the 25, go 30, 35, and angled out of bounds at about the Blue Devil 35, maybe the 36-yard line. They mark him there.
Ran 20 yards to gain 10, but good job by Dandini just to finally corral that. That had trouble written all over it, and did pick it up just as a Highlander defender was bearing down on him. Turned it into some positive yardage.
Kate, the Highlanders have certainly been struggling on offense at this point in the game. They've got 7 points, but not from scrimmage.
That is correct. If we take a gander at the Doherty Highlander stat sheet with 3:26 left here in the half, they have had 4 offensive drives. 3 of them have been 3-and-outs. They've only gotten essentially 1 first down on offense. Their drives have lasted 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, and 1.5 minutes apiece. And right now, they only have a total of approximately 50 yards of offense total.
That is struggling, even though you're in a 7-point ball game, so that's a good thing there. Dandini gets the handoff on first down, struggles to get the ball back to the line, but a quick timeout taken by the Blue Devils, stopping the clock with 2:16 to play in the second quarter. 14-7, Leominster's lead. They mark that as a short loss on the play, so second and a long 10 coming up as we continue. Coming up at the half, we'll have a K-Zone Sports Update, a look at the weekend in the world of sports with Sherman from our K-Zone studios, plus a full stat recap of half number 1 with Kate, updates from around the region tonight, and our halftime scoreboard and a preview of second half action. All that's coming up on our K-Zone halftime coverage here from Foley Stadium tonight.
Taking a look at the Blue Devils side of the ball right now on offense, kind of striking Anthony Dandini, although he's been quite effective thus far. Only 5 carries for a total net of 6 yards.
Well, 1 big important yard, I will add, for a team.
Oh, yes. You're not
Devils.
wrong.
Second
You're not
TD.
wrong.
They don't all have to be perfect. 2nd down and 10 to go. Gray in the snap, back to pass, rolls out and throws, chucks one deep down the field, flags down in the middle of the field. The umpire throws it. It lays at about the Blue Devil 39-yard line, and we'll see where he
Looks like they're going to mark that back against the Blue Devils. One of the officials on the line of scrimmage pointed toward Leominster like they're going to walk it off, and it is.
Illegal man downfield. Is that what that hand on the head is?
Yeah, it should be illegal man downfield or illegal participation in the signal.
Declined.
It is declined by the Highlanders. They'll take the result of the play, which is the incompletion. They'll take the down instead of the distance. So 3rd down, a long 10 to go. And the Blue Devils have the football still at their own 35-yard line. They need to obtain their own 45 for the first down. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 2nd down, 10 to go. Or excuse me, 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. 3rd down and 10 to go. 14-7, Leominster's lead.
Highlanders choosing to take an offensive play away from the Blue Devils there. First half winds down.
And here's the shotgun snap. 2 receivers going downfield. Gray's got plenty of time. Look at, he's got all day. Now he's flush. He's now reversing fields. He got a help of the block. He's still up and got some room. Now on the left side of the formation. Got left sideline. Collides violently on the sideline. Ran over the chain gang member and a Blue Devil on the sideline. That was all sorts of ugly. Yeah, Coach Palazzi may have been over there.
No. He's not over there. He's more spry than. He was safely downfield.
I saw him running away at the end of the play. I thought he had kind of avoided getting crushed.
He can still scramble better than you and I.
That's a fact. I've never questioned that.
Don't you go.
A Blue Devil player did take the brunt of that collision over there, but everybody looks okay. A lot of running, a lot of effort for basically no gain there.
I feel like the box man was trying to keep the sticks up. They weren't gonna let those sticks drop. They're using them as a blocking pad downfield.
Blocking pad.
4th down and a long 10 to go, and Dandini in punt formation rockets one high and down the field over the head of the return man. It will hop at the 18-yard line, fielded over the shoulder style in the hands of Vassar. Now Vassar with some room, starts his rush back forward, 25-30, and got the crowd all excited as Vassar gets cut out at the Highlander 33-yard line. And it'll be Highlander football, 1st and 10 at their own 33, and a Blue Devil slow to get up and will trot off the field there. Got some official coverage, not getting there all that quickly. That's Isaac Phillips, and he struggles over to the sideline as he got whapped again away from the play.
Looked like Vassar on his way to a big return there, taken down by number 4, Obed Kanadu, and you're not going to see him in the Blue Devils lineup because he ran into his own man and immediately was dropped there, and you can see the disappointed on Obed's face, stopping the progress there of his own ball carrier.
First down and 10 to go. Offset I formation showing. Asks for the ball. Here's the snap.
Ooh.
Puts it in the hands of what looked like the first man through was a new number out there. Looked like 33 maybe, Jose Robles.
Welcome to the game.
Make it 30 on the play.
My
Herman
goodness.
Akmenepong.
Oh, God.
And I'll
Let me
go with
see that.
I'll go with this one on the Blue Devils side. First time we've called this number 54. Damon Vargas Vasquez quickly into the Highlander backfield there to drop that play for a 2-yard loss.
I believe
I think he
I'd
just
like to
knocked
trade
himself out.
Akmenepong
Oh,
for
oh.
a John Smith.
Oh,
Yes.
oh. We've got a lot of vomit on the fields. Oh, that was a lot. That
Oh.
was a lot. Travis
Well,
Storm. Oh, that was
Glad
a lot.
I didn't see that. Wherever it is.
I believe it's
And it's
somewhere
right around the 43,
around
42
44
yard line. Is that what I'm
Oh.
seeing?
Somebody get the hose.
44.
They're going to play on that, too.
It's football.
What do you have for dinner?
Oh, it was yellow and there was liquid. And there was
Gatorade.
a lot of it.
Oh boy.
We'll blame Matty Hool for that, providing
That's-
too many
And
liquids.
he's still on the field.
That's football for
Shake
you
it
right
off.
there.
He's feeling good now. He
God,
probably
I
wasn't,
love this game.
He wasn't feeling good before that play. He's ready to
He's
go now.
He's a lot lighter now. That was a lot.
I guarantee Bradley's got a great view of that somewhere. Second down and 12. And back to pass goes Showing. I don't know what to say. Showing dances out, throws up a duck downfield.
And he just picks the play.
deflected,
He's
and
right in
incomplete.
there.
Travis
Picks
Storm,
on Travis.
a little bit lighter, and he knocks the ball away incomplete. J.J. Early, the intended receiver.
And he's
It's
gonna
like
go
when you go to
again.
the racetrack. You bet on the horse that drops one right before the gates open. That's the guy running lighter.
That reminds me of a
Right.
Dirt Dogs game this
It's
year.
at the 43. He's standing right next to it, pointing at it.
We had a skunk in left and right center field.
They're still pointing at it. This is
Nobody
beautiful.
wanted to get near that area of the
He
ballpark.
just,
And we played while he was out there. It was
he
kind of
just,
funny.
he just
Like
told one of
Keelis.
his, he just told Keelis, hey, watch
Don't
out.
step here.
Don't step right here.
Next up there. No, not good.
And the officials just completely oblivious. He's
More-
about ready to back up into
More
it.
movie references.
all right,
We're going with the replacements. I can't be around somebody puking. Well, I guess we need to move the huddle then. All of a sudden they start moving. Well, look at it this way. It was our best team play of the year. And the snap and the handoff
They did something
goes
together.
inside to Tayshaun Vassar on second down. Gains 3 on the play. It'll be 4th and
Oh, my
9.
Nice job by Dylan
Travis
Tanner
Storm
there.
still calling for a cleanup over on aisle 44.
I3.
Yeah, Noah Gray is now
Alford.
pointing it out.
And the officials say, look, kid, it's almost halftime. Don't worry about it.
But what do you do? What do you do?
We'll get the hose. Well, we're all good.
I want to see somebody run in
Do-
that
you
direction.
can see it from here.
Let's
I
roll
can
out.
see it from here.
There's a timeout on the field.
Oh my God, I'm gonna lose my
I'm
lunch.
kind of
This is
curious how many
priceless.
timeouts the Highlanders have had if they've called this timeout. It seems like they've had about 12.
Remember,
Timeout,
you
get
get
the
5.
hose.
You get the 2 20 seconds and the 3 full timeouts. in
And
high
how
school
many
football.
TV timeouts have they had?
No, absolutely none. 117
Where's the
to play
red
in the
hat
second
that's out
quarter.
there with the wire or whatever it is?
14 to 7. Leominster's lead. 4th down and 8 facing the Highlanders. Good time to
Oh,
remind you, Acme Carpet One in Lunenburg is a local family-owned floor covering store doing business in the same location for over 50 years. 4 generations of quality work because they're your neighbors. Acme Carpet One understands that you care about your home and need quality workmanship. There are lots of pros and cons in the flooring business, and these are the pros. Online at acmecarpet1.com.
I guess here's the positive takeaway. He's clearly hydrated.
But you
He's
know,
clearly not cramping.
this could be a sponsor opportunity.
Oh,
We got to
God.
contact Mara Cleaning Service, who work, one of the
Oh, good.
K-Zone
We're
sponsors.
punting.
And there's a punt away. It is shanked on the play by Mike Bicknell. Got it off the side of the foot, and it will fall shy of the 50-yard line at about the 49.
I may not make it.
Official janitorial services of the K-Zone. Where are they when you need them?
Clean up on 44. Clean up on 44.
I'm not gonna make it.
Are you going to be all right over
And
there?
No, I can see it. I am literally hundreds of feet away, and I see it from here. And somebody's running next to it. How can you play like that?
They're football players. I want to see him run a play in that direction.
Kate, you run the risk of not representing our female audience very well if you continue down this line. You're much better than this.
Oh, lovely.
This is a week one.
I'm sorry.
For you.
Projectile vomit is where I draw the line.
Here they go, rolling out this way.
roll it out.
Roll it out. toward the
Dandini.
back
right
to the
by
inside. Complete the hands of Anthony Dandini. Hurdles a defender. Out of bounds across the 30 at the 29. It's a Blue Devil first down. Stopping the clock with 1 minute flat to play in the second quarter. A gain of 12
That
for
was like the
Dandini.
12th
21.
man on the field right there.
21, excuse me. Thank you.
Using the whatever you want to refer to it as the 12th
Is it like a
man.
screen?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Well, we've moved downfield from that now, so let's
It's
concentrate at the game at hand here.
It's quite literally in the rearview mirror now as we work our way down the field. Ball at the 29-yard line of the Highlanders as Leominster goes left to right. Shotgun formation in the backfield joining Gray. It appears to be Adam Couch. Couch steps up to block. Gray's back to pass on first down. Wide open, Allen Link, complete. He turns the corner and tries to pretend he didn't step out of bounds, but the official says, no. He's just inside the 20 at the 19.5 yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and a half yard to go for the Blue Devils.
Just so you're aware, female fans already texting me. My response has been apropos and appropriate. So don't start with me.
Replays available on Leominster.tv.
That's straight nasty.
No comment. It's one of those things that you had to see it to believe
I
it.
saw the whole thing.
2nd and a half yard to go out of an eye. Double fake. Here's Gray rolling out to his right. Looking, buying some time, and throws a bit of a bullet looking for Dandini.
Flag down.
It's incomplete.
A little late there. I think he had him early in that pass pattern, but allowed the sideline to play the 12th man there on
Illegal
defense.
man downfield against the Blue Devils. The flag was down at the 10-yard line. It came from the umpire. Referee yelling over to the far sideline so they know which number was ineligible down the field.
I'm only seeing low and single numbers down there. Maybe somebody was not lined up properly,
Yeah, I was gonna
which
say that's
made him
entirely
was
possible.
covered or something, however that works.
I can't even handle this.
These last 2 minutes of the first half here seem to be taking forever.
Spotters all over the circuit tonight. We've got updates coming up from games all around the region tonight, but I've got an update from Kenny O'Connell at the helm on the scoreboard as we have a timeout on the field at the scoreboard at St. Bernard's tonight. Halftime score, St. Bernard's on top of Bay Path by a 14-7 score. And we'll have more of those scores in our halftime scoreboard coming up.
You know, St. Bernard's one of the teams we're eagerly following this year. See what Coach Bingham can put together, replacing some of his key players. And once again, a team with some younger brothers. Cooper Bigelow's younger brother, I think, is stepping into a prominent role this year. Have to see how that meshes.
Coming up at the half, about 48 seconds from now, we've got Sherman with our sports update, a look at the weekend coming up from the K-Zone Sports Studios, plus a full stat recap with Kate of half number 1. Look around the region on the halftime scoreboard, and we preview second half action. All that's coming up on an action-packed halftime from Foley Stadium.
And we're going to get play-by-play from Bradley if he got the shot. If you got that shot, Bradley, that's Emmy material.
That is money right there.
You got it. You pay
Is that
your
going to be
way
part
out
of our
college.
clips for the
That makes the highlight reel.
Sports Broadcaster of the Year award for the golden microphone or whatever it's called?
I guess they're not cramping. I guess that's a good thing.
2nd down and 5. Gray's back to pass, straight out rush, flips it back to the line, complete in the hands of Anthony Dandini. He's across the 20-yard line and down at the Highlander 18-yard line, and it's a Blue Devil first down, and Leominster grabs a quick timeout, stopping the clock with 40 seconds to play in the second quarter.
A little bit of Matador blocking there, allowing the defensive line to blow in. Eyes getting big, and all of a sudden, there goes the ball over their head. Very well set up by the Blue Devils offense.
Noah Gray right now, 6 of 10 for 120 yards passing to 3 different receivers. Dandini with 3 receptions for 47 yards. Allen Link, 2 receptions for 50 yards. Angel Colina, 1 reception for 23 yards. And this is the 9th offensive drive for the Blue Devils with 40 seconds remaining in the first half of play.
Seems like since the middle of the first quarter, a lot of between the 30s here, as the football's been game's been played here, nothing remotely close to a score here as
We've got
mid first quarter on.
we also have an update from Neshoba from our producer Ethan Winter. Neshoba only 28 yards of offense at the half.
That's ugly. Do we get a score from that game?
He's typing.
Negative.
Get on that, Ethan.
We'll have it at part of our halftime
10-0
scoreboard.
Algonquin.
10-0 Algonquin.
Well done, sir.
Tough start for Neshoba in Division 2A. First down and 10, and back to pass goes Gray. Hit as he throws from behind, and the pass will fall short of Allen Link, incomplete.
Link wide open.
Second out.
Wide open over there, a little crossing patting out by the left hash mark. Ball falling short. Contact on Noah Gray there just as he was delivering the ball. 35 seconds here left in the first half, bringing up a second down and 10.
Ethan, I apologize. You did tell me. My bad. He goes, I already told you. Sorry.
Don't go upsetting the board ups.
Sorry. That's your job.
14-6, a popular halftime score, by the way. Gray back to pass on
Nice
second down and 10.
catch.
Throw over the middle. Skying for it, and the catch is made
They
by
won't-
Allen Link.
How does he hold on to that ball? I have no idea, but he did. First down quickly. It looks
It'll
like
be
they're
first
going
and
into the
goal.
spike
Yeah,
formation.
they're gonna look to clock it here. Gray gets everybody set,
Fake it.
directing traffic, gets the whistle to play, snaps, and he
Ooh.
clocks the football. They try to pierce the line there to deflect it away, and they can't do it. So the clock stops on the incompletion. Second and goal for the Blue Devils at the Highlander 7-yard line at left hash. 22 seconds to play here in the first half.
Charlie Payson trying to get in there to disrupt that spike. To no avail.
Sixth play of the drive coming up that started with 1:09 to go in the half. Started at the 44-yard line of the Blue Devils. Right now we are, let's see, second and goal from the 7-yard line. Some motion.
Noah Gray splitting out.
Noah
Near
Gray does split
sideline.
out. Yes, he does. Stepping up into a Wildcat offense here. Here's a quick step back to pass. Floats back corner of the end zone looking incomplete. And that quarterback was Pat Gallagher, who stepped up in that pistol formation, floated it long, looking for the throwback to Gray in the end zone. A little trickeration there, and the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't think the Highlanders were fooled at all by that. Covered well by the defensive backs of the Highlanders. Double coverage actually is what Noah Gray drew over there. Wonder if that doesn't turn around to be a wasted play here. Chances are they're probably going to go on fourth down, but could be an opportunity to see our first field goal too here, see how it plays out.
Don't be shocked if you see that play come back out of the playbook later on in the season as well. I formation, Dandini with Couch dotting, under center Gray. Double fake, gets the time as Couch buys him.
Take it.
Gray rolling out, he's got angle, he reaches for the pylon. He is waiting for it, in! It's a Blue Devil touchdown! Noah Gray does it with the legs, gets open to the right sideline, and uses that long 6-foot frame to reach it in a 25-yard, or a 7-yard, excuse me, Ron. Hey, you give me 2.5, I'm going with 25.
I was giving
7
you
yards.
5-2, and I
you
felt
5-2, I like that better. And that is a 7-yard run for touchdown. It's week 1 for me, too. I got a touchdown,
Just
20
don't
to 7 the
projectile
score.
on us, Todd.
I didn't
It'll all be
projectile on
good.
anything. Right?
Out
My
the
count is
window.
clean. Multiple stories up. 20 to 7, Leominster's lead. And it's halftime. Snap, ball's down, kick is up and good. Mike Foster adds his third extra point of the night as the teams come back up the field. 6 seconds to play here in the second quarter. 21 to 7. Leominster's lead. You know what? Let's just keep it right here with 6 seconds to play.
And
here
I
in
told
the half.
Ethan we were going to
Sorry, sorry, Ethan. I called an audible there. Why not? I busted the math, and I audibled on the commercial. We're going to take the time out and just keep it right here as we wait for the teams to come back up the field. We'll catch that break coming up at the half, where, again, Sherman's got our look around the weekend of sports. Kate's got our stat recap for half number 1.
As long as I don't
a chance
leave.
to talk as well. Around the region on the halftime scoreboard preview of second half action. A lot of fun scores out there tonight. A lot of teasers we've heard out there already. I'll tell you, a lot of great action out there in the much smaller 6-team Division 2 that exists now thanks to the MIAA.
Would you mind explaining that?
You know what? I don't have enough
2
time.
and 2A, 3 and 3A, because nobody wants to be in 5 and 6.
That's great. Nobody wants to be in 5, 6, or 7. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, back to the football.
I was going to
again.
say, we don't go to break, so we can do this.
We'll,
Yes,
we'll,
absolutely.
we'll decipher all that around week 6 or so. But
Phenomenal.
I'd be remiss if I didn't comment what we've seen here in the kicking game. First half, Mike Foster just showing a tremendous power leg on those extra points, booting him well through the uprights. And I have Chad Garney here from the Sentinel and Enterprise to my right, and gave him a little thumbs up, and I got a nice nod from him. And I think he's got thoughts of field goals here at some point, if not tonight in the season. We'll be seeing that.
Coach Palazzi did allude to the very same in the TV edition of the Coach's Corner earlier in the week.
Foster with a little side of the foot pooch kick looking down the field. It squibs across the 40, the 35, and is eventually fielded by the Highlanders at their own 34-yard line. That's where they'll have the football. First down and 10, their own 34, going right to left with 3 seconds to play here in the first half, chasing 14. It's 21-7. Leominster's lead right now, and the Highlanders, I believe, will take a kneel on this football. Bill Thomas, go to the locker room and come out to start the second half of the football.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed that they gave up that touchdown there. We'll reflect on that a little bit more after the clock winds down.
And here they come to the line.
No victory formation.
No, they are in a, well, they do have the deep back in the, yes, formation, and the snap into the pistol, and Schoen kneels it down from about 3 steps back, and the final 3 ticks off the board in the first half of play with the score. Leominster 21 and Doherty 7 here at Foley Stadium tonight. Bill Thomas, I don't know that anybody is shocked by that halftime score out here at Foley Stadium tonight, but the way we got to 21-7 with 21 points between both teams scored in the majority of the first quarter, then pretty much a middle portion of the game where no points were scored, and Leominster tacks on 7 right before the half. Fairly awkward game, a lot of excitement in the first quarter, then a real maligned middle portion of the first half, and now, Leominster adds 6, then 7 right before we go to the half.
Yeah, and I have to believe that Doherty was feeling pretty good about that first half, and they were one play away from gaining some really good momentum there, and it turned out to be a penalty. Looked like they were going to go for it on 4th and short. 5 yards, put them back. They punted with a little over 2 minutes to go in the half, and lo and behold, Blue Devils gained the momentum, some big plays, a couple of good first down runs, passes, and then ultimately that 7-yard sprint to the corner by Noah Gray, I think just flipped the momentum there in the last 2 minutes and created that 21-7 halftime lead for the Blue Devils.
21-7, Leominster on top of Doherty at the half. Halftime show is next. You are listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. And we're back to Foley Stadium, and, well, halftime's over. Second half of action about to get underway. That was about as fast as I've ever seen a halftime go. So here we go. We're underway. Second half of action, and Mike Foster sent it into the middle of the Highlanders field where nobody was there. Maybe they forgot to come back out. Tejan Vaster, though, does field it at the 10-yard line, and he's scrambling back across the 15 up to about the 17-yard line, and it's a first down and 10 for the Blue Devils, for the Highlanders at their own 17-yard line, going left to right here in third quarter action. And, well, we'll just play catch up here as we start the second half of action. Time to bring you a look at the halftime scoreboard around the region. It's brought to you by Harper's Farm Stand, helping feed the Leominster-Fitchburg area continuously since 1897. Hand-picked corn, tomatoes, cukes, and pumpkins at 4 area locations. Harper's Farm Stand for local and farm fresh every day, 10-6. Here we go around the region tonight. Algonquin on top of Neshoba at the half, 10-0 the score there. Shrewsbury comes out rocking on the road at Shepherd Hill on top of the Rams, 20-13 halftime score. The Colonials with the lead. Wachusett on top of Tantascwa, 20-0 at the half there. Oakmont blowing out Lunenburg, 35-6. A Lunenburg home game being played out at Doyle Field tonight. Groton Dunstable on top of North Middlesex, 14-6 at the half. Assabet on top of Hudson, 14-6 also at the half. St. Bernard's over Bay Path, 14-7 at the half. And West Boylston leads Clinton, 21-0 at the half. That's our halftime scoreboard, brought to you by Harper's Farms.
And breathe.
First play from scrimmage from the Highlanders. Short gain by Tejan Vassar. Going to bring up, looks like second and, no gain, giving him no gain, 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10 to go for the Highlanders. They trot out to the line. We'll have our peak performer of the first half, Bill Thomas, as we come out in this shotgun formation for the Highlanders. Trips to the right side of the formation. Here's the snap by Schoen. Stick it in the back pocket of Vassar, and Vassar stumbles forward, gains maybe 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7 to go. Our peak performance is powered by Harvard Outdoor Power Equipment. Gravelli Residential zero-turn mowers show the neighborhood that you mean business. 0 turns, tough as nails, operator comfort, and smarter, easier, more intuitive controls. Just drop the deck and put the neighbors on notice. Available at Harvard Outdoor Power Equipment and Fairbanks Auto Repair and Power Equipment in Fitchburg. Bill Thomas, our peak performer of the first half, powered by Harvard Outdoor Power Equipment of Harvard.
Well, those first 5 minutes, I loved what Anthony Dandini brought, but I got to tell you, Noah Gray kind of settled in, struggled a little bit between the end of the first quarter, and I'll finish that thought after this.
Our 3rd down and 5 play. Zach Kalady makes the contact with Schoen downfield. Schoen's pass is lofted, and it is intercepted on the play. Mike Viola makes the essentially fair catch at the 50-yard line, and it's a Blue Devil INT to open the 3rd quarter of action.
I saw that was going to be a little more exciting than what I was about to say, Todd, and I've learned something. Let you take over the action.
And like a monkey with an organ grinder, the organ played and I performed.
And let me complete my thought. I love the way Noah Gray took charge, especially in that 2-minute drill there. Drive down for that touchdown to gain the momentum back to the Blue Devils side. I got to give it to Noah Gray as that first half wound down.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils at midfield, going right to left off the interception from Mike Viola. There's the snap. Puts it in the hands of Adam Couch, and Couch goes forward, gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play, and of course, that'll bring up 2nd down and 10, and I say of course because something we haven't really talked about, but I've started to notice a theme here. A lot more Adam Couch, not as much Angel Colina. Starts to make you wonder if in the first half of action, Colina may have had something happen. Step on a foot, maybe roll an ankle, something may have gone on there. He was a little ginger. We've seen a lot of Adam Couch since about the middle of the first half.
Well, we did see him get some help getting up from one of them early plays. He did have another carry after that, but we haven't seen much of him since then, so could have tweaked something.
2nd down, 10 to go from midfield, and right to left go the Blue Devils off the interception from Mike Viola. Shotgun trips to the left of the formation on the short side. Gray back to pass, no drop, strike thrown complete into the hands of the tight end, Dylan Tanner. Tanner across the 45 and down at the 40-yard line, right on about the sticks. And that is marked as a Blue Devil 1st down and 10 at the Highlander 40-yard line, going right to left.
Good job there, picking up his receiver right off the snap there, stood there, let him turn into the open ground. A nice quick Patriots-esque type Brady to Gronk type play for a 1st down, and just what they needed to move the sticks.
Go ahead, Kate.
Noah Gray, 8 of 14, 142 yards passing to 4 different receivers.
Snap back to pass on 1st down and 10. Somebody may have been offsides, but I think Alan Link got away with it. I think he might have got away with a false start, as he jumps up, makes the catch on the comeback route. Good for 5, maybe 6. 2nd down, about 4 to go. They call it 7. Alan Link with the completion.
Not the prettiest pass there by Noah Gray, but good job by Alan Link to leap up and make a nice 2-handed catch over his head. Get a nice positive 8 yards out of that play.
A lot has happened, Bill Thomas, but we'll have our mid-game adjustments coming up in moments here. 2nd down, 3 to go. Traditional I formation with Dandini and Adam Couch dotting the I. 2 receivers to the left of the formation. Snap, ball is down on the field. It is loose, a fumbled football. The beanbag is out, and the Highlanders have the football. They get to the bottom of the pile, and it's Paul Yadam. He comes up saying, hey, I got it right here. And the Highlanders, as the teams exchange turnovers. Leominster with the interception by Mike Viola. Paul Yadam recovers the fumbled football, and the Highlanders have it back as we are in the early stages, about 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter.
Interesting scrum there, a little bit of rugby action. The ball seemed to squirt right out from that pile, the line of scrimmage, and off to the edge, and lo and behold, Paul Yadam comes out with it proudly, holding that ball above his head. The Highlanders getting the ball back, gain a little bit of field possession on those 2 turnovers.
Bill Thomas, our mid-game adjustments are brought to you by Acme Carpet One in Lunenburg. It's a local family-owned floor covering store doing business in the same location for over 50 years. They're online at acmecarpet1.com. After this play, Bill Thomas will give us his Acme Carpet One mid-game adjustments. First down and 10 to go. Here's the snap. The fake, the handoff there. Mike Opping at the quarterback spot, and now he's running around. He just ran a big circle between the 30 and the 34-yard line. Got it back to the line of scrimmage at the 35. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Bill Thomas, our Acme Carpet One mid-game adjustment.
Well, I like what I've seen for the most part from the Blue Devils on both sides of the ball. If anything, a little crisper, paying attention to snap counts. Just clean up some of those penalties, and let's keep that positive yardage when we get it, not have plays called back. And I'm sure that was a topic of halftime. Let's clean it up a little bit, keep the penalties down, and keep the ball moving in the right direction.
Shown back in the quarterback position for Doherty.
Yes, he is, with 4 receivers split out wide, a pair to either side of the formation, showing back to pass. Goes slot to the right, pass complete into the hands of 17, Evan Brunell on the play. Across the 40 at the 41-yard line of the Highlanders as they proceed from left to right. Gain of 7. Call it 3rd down. Well, they'll call it 6. 3rd down, 4 to go.
Noah Gray, who's not supposed to be out on the field tonight on defense, making the initial contact. And then some good help from the rest of his defensive backs over there on the left side of the
Billy, I love that you play with us.
Blue Devil defense.
I love that you play with
I
us.
know. I know where the gravy train lies. And,
On 3rd down, Showens back to pass. He looks slot to the left this time. Passes complete into the hands of J.J. Early. He's got a 1st down at midfield on a gain of 8.
Just tell it like I see it.
We report, you decide. It's a take it or leave it. Second half of action brought to you by Fidelity Bank of Leominster. The idea that businesses do well creates a brighter today and tomorrow for everyone involved. It's a win-win-win. Now, who doesn't like that? Your Fidelity Bank, helping you get where you want to be with heart.
Billy, can you see the mama bear coming out with me?
How many wins was that? Win.
Win. 1st down and 10 to go from midfield.
Oh, nice job.
Highlanders with the snap and the handoff put into the hands coming out of the backfield there. That was 7. Terrell Arrington on the play. Cut it back to the line. And Kate, you saw, I believe,
Anthony
a nice
Dandini.
Anthony Dandini play.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stands them up, and then the rest of the defense cleans them out.
When you have no idea who is carrying the ball because you were just focused on the defender. Well, who did carry it? Who was that? I didn't even know.
If he gets stopped,
Arrington,
when
number 7.
Volkswagen meets bus,
That's
Yeah.
right. Down he goes.
usually the bus wins or truck wins, and that's what we saw there.
Gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9 from the 49. Low snap, fielded, and now thrown out slot to the left again. Passes complete by J.J. Early. And Early's got some room in a sideline. Sheds another defender. 20, 10, into the end zone. It's a Highlander touchdown. What a play, that little quick comeback into the slot to J.J. Early again, and Early turns on a dime out to the left sideline and leaves the defenders in his dust. It's a 49-yard pitch and catch for 6 for the Highlanders, and they find themselves back within 8.
And I got to tell you, plenty of Blue Devils over there, and looked like they were going to use that sideline to their advantage, but to no avail. Burst of speed down the sideline there, and next thing you know, score at 6.
And here come the Highlander faithful as they start to put it back to the Blue Devils crowd. Chant to chant to chant out here in the crowd in front of us. Back and forth we go, and what excitement. Ball is down on the tee, and the kick driven up and through by A.J. LeCouture as the teams come back up the field. 5:09 to play in the 3rd quarter with the score. Leominster 21 and Doherty 14 and more to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer along with us as well. Bill, wow. Little fortunate interception to start the 3rd quarter, and it goes back the other way. You fumble the ball away, and then Doherty steadily matriculates the ball down the field, and they make a nice play. Ran the same one to get it into the end zone.
And, I couldn't agree more, and that's going to go into that category, points off turnovers. Although the Highlanders drive started back on their own 40, it did result in a touchdown and, a great pitch and catch for that 49-yard touchdown, about a 5-yard pass and a 45-yard run resulted in that, but it looks like a 49-yard touchdown pass on the score score sheet, and Highlanders are right back in it.
As we welcome you back on the K-Zone, Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer. Bill and I doing a little chatting on Leominster TV. Remember, when radio takes a break, Leominster TV stays with us for bonus coverage and analysis. You can catch it on the replays on Leominster.tv. Flag down on this return. It was fielded over the shoulder by Travis Storm. Storm cuts up the center of the field. He's got the 20, 25, go 30, and dragged down at the 33-yard line. But the flags are down right about the Blue Devil 23-yard line on the near side, and also back farther down the field. There is a flag on the Highlander side of things at around the 43-yard line. So there's laundry everywhere. White hat Bob Bonsi will have to sort things out
We have an
down
injury
on the
as
field.
well. Number 33 for the
33.
Highlanders.
Oh, yeah, also down on the field.
Guessing upfield here, maybe offside or something on the kicking team.
Initially,
Near
then
the line
something
of
on the
scrimmage.
return.
Blocking the back, probably down here, downfield. Speculation all around here, but we'll have to see which way they march this, and anticipating a re-kick here.
Officials having a conversation down on the field. This looks like the Republican convention. We're calling the roll at this point.
Taking a vote.
Trump? Do you want Trump? No? No Trump? Okay. Great.
Yeah. How about we just keep it right here? You know, it's hot. No sense running around, needlessly. Find some way to mark some
The
yards
discussion continues here between Bob Bonsi and his umpire as they try to sort out the exact march off, who's going to be the benefactor of these flags. Again, one flag down about the 43-yard line, the other one about the 23-yard line, both on the near side of the field. So kind of strange as we take a look, waiting for somebody. No, yes, maybe. Now here come the Stripes. They're marching out to the near side, looking for some coaching staffs to talk to. My guess is I'll bet they pick them both up and wave them off and go, hey, we got nothing here. They offset. Nobody wins. Nobody loses. Take the ball where it is.
You get what you get.
So here comes the indications from White Hat Bob Bonsi. We'll see if he pulls the flag out.
Well, it looks like they're going to re-kick.
Offsides on the kicking team.
Yeah, had that one right.
Blocking the back
Blocking the
against
back.
the Blue Devils. They
2 for 2.
offset.
All
And
that
it'll
for
be
that.
and it'll be Blue Devil football where it went down, I do believe.
Re-kick
Although he did point back
game.
downfield, so
Yeah.
maybe it'll be a re-kick. We're just going to do the
Still going to
big,
be
old,
Blue
big
Devils.
do-over. Just
Blue
do the
Devils
do-over.
football, hopefully after the kickoff. This is off that touchdown still. Is that what
about a
happened?
2.5 minute delay thus far through that kickoff and sorting things out. 5 minutes straight up showing on the board here at Commerce Bank Field at Foley Stadium in Worcester tonight. 21-14 is the score for the Blue Devils right now, with the lead coming off the Highlander touchdown. The offsetting penalties resulting in the re-kick. A.J. LaCouture, there you go. Ball on the tee, 40-yard line to our left, and we'll try it again. Nice form on that one. Good extension through the kick. And down the field it will be returned at about the 15-yard line. Full head of steam across the numbers. 20, 25, go 30. Dragged down at the 33-yard line. But where we started just a little bit ago.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
All that excitement to get right back to about where we were. And I believe it was Travis Storm on the return for Leominster.
A lot of energy expended with no actual gain.
That's correct.
Except the Blue Devils are going to go on offense here now for this next play.
Yay.
We'll have to see if they can't regain some of that momentum that we thought they had going into halftime. But, quickly the momentum can shift in one big play. All of a sudden the Highlanders sidelines awake, the fans are awake, crowds into it, and see what this leads to.
Check out the time and temperature coming up in mere moments. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils, out of an eye from their own 33 at right hash. The snap, Gray puts it in the pocket of the first man through. It was Dandini. Full head of steam, he goes into the pile. The stick went backwards, but the play went forward, so I'm not entirely certain what the result of that is. I guess they're going to say maybe a knee went down before he got to the line, so it looks like a short loss on the play.
There's some extracurriculars going on there. I don't like that.
Yeah, good job by the front four there of the Highlanders to break through the offensive line. The Blue Devils meet Dandini at the point of handoff.
Now, lost about 1.5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and about 11.5 to go. Ball at the Blue Devil 31-yard line at right hash, going right to left in this third quarter of action. About 4:10 to play in quarter 3. 21-14, Leominster's lead. Shotgun formation. Couch stands next to Gray. 3 receivers in the formation. 1 off the split end is Dandini at the left side. And now a flag out from the back judge. That will be a delay of game. 5-yard penalty against the Blue Devils, and this drive is going the wrong way right now. So after a really exciting first quarter of action where teams went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with scoring, this middle portion of the football game has been a bit of a clunker. Teams have put up some points here and there. They've essentially traded touchdowns, one for Leominster before the half, one for Doherty after the half. But other than that, a kind of a clunker since about the midpoint of the first quarter.
Yeah, it's kind of like treading water in mud.
So after the penalty, it'll be 2nd and 17 for the Blue Devils, marked all the way back to their 26-yard line. Gray back to pass, got some time, steps up in the pocket, flushed out now. He'll tuck and run at the 30, 35, go 40, dips a shoulder across the 43-yard line and gets some more. 45 and dragged down again at the 48-yard line. Noah Gray put his head down in the defenders, stepped back, a gain of 21 yards for a Blue Devil first down for Noah Gray. Doing it with his legs.
Looks like we have a Highlander down on the field there working on him. Looked like a quick cramp, but saw a little bit of Garrett Delici right there, headed for the sideline and then turning it in and, taking on the defender. And I haven't seen that in a while.
I thought you were going to say Delici.
Delici.
All reports are at the next level, which, Noah
He's
Gray
gonna
will
be a
hear
record holder.
a lot about. Noah Gray is going to be converted from a quarterback to a tight end when he goes down to Duke, or at least he's going to compete for the opportunity to play tight end at Duke University. And you know what? There will be no ducking out to the sideline.
Well,
there will be turning the ball upfield and being a physical football player.
Right, getting those positive yards at the end of those plays and taking on those undersized defenders once you do gain the edge. And it's good to see that, him using his athleticism to gain extra yards.
Checking the time and temperature here, brought to you here in the second half by our friends at North End Mazda. Check them out online at buynorthendmazda.com. 8:46 p.m. on a Friday night in Worcester, September the 9th. 74 degrees and partly cloudy skies. What a start to week 1 of the high school football season here. This weather, a little warm for football players, but about perfect for this crowd, and they have poured out tonight. Lots of maroon and royal blue in the stands, filling up Foley Stadium tonight.
Seeing some cramping going on here on the sideline. Second Highlander player on the ground here in front of us by the bench, working on some leg pain.
Gray back to pass on first down. The throwback screen into the hands of Adam Couch playing the tailback spot. Couch gets ahead of steam, crosses the 50-yard line, and dragged down at the Highlander 48-yard line. Call it a gain of about 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Blue Devils. And again, note, Adam Couch, who we thought initially in the first half of action was spelling Angel Colina at the tailback spot. We haven't seen Angel Colina since sometime in the midpoint of the first quarter. Adam Couch has taken over that tailback position, leading us to believe something may be wrong with Angel Colina. We'll have more on that, if not tonight, on the Coach's Corner on Leominster TV, coming up live on Monday, 6:30 on Leominster TV. You can tune in for that one. On 2nd down and 6 to go, the handoff for Anthony Dandini. Forward he goes into the pile, drives his legs to the 46-yard line, gain of 2 more, and it'll be 3rd down and 4 to go.
I'm looking over on the sideline quite a ways away, and I do see Angel Colina on the far left-hand side working on some leg movements. I think he is nursing a lower body injury to one of his legs. I don't want to speculate. Could be some cramping. It is that type of night. But could be just erring on the side of caution by the Leominster coaching staff over there.
3rd down and 4 to go. Pistol formation for Gray. Good snap, 3-step set, double look. He's looking at the sideline, got hit from behind. That pass went forward and incomplete is the ruling. Gray was hit as he threw and he putted the ball forward.
Almost
that pass
rule.
is incomplete. Yeah, almost looking at your very own Blue Devil tuck rule there, right about the middle of the field.
Another half a second sooner, and that ball is getting knocked out of his hand, and not a forward pass, but fortunately for the Blue Devils, the arm was going forward, fell incomplete.
4th down, 3 to go. Ball at the Highlander 46-yard line for Leominster, going right to left. They need to move the football to the Highlander 42-yard line just about for a first down. Gray breaks the huddle on 4th down and 3. Leominster looking to go for it. Pistol formation now converted to a shotgun. Couch stands next to Gray. 5 steps back off the line. 3 receivers in the formation. Link out to the far left. Gray the snap. He's going to roll it out. Sends a Couch forward. Gray leaves his feet. Reaches forward across the 45. He's not 8 feet long. That is not going to be a first down. Leominster will be short by 1.5 yards. Doherty's defense holds, and it's a turnover on downs 1:33 to play here in the third quarter, and the Highlanders make a huge defensive stop at midfield.
Yeah, well short, and I think the Highlander defenders were over there. They stood up and waited for that leap and grabbed Gray around the legs and just took him down before he could hurdle the defender. Great job by the defense stringing that out, and I think they kind of smelled that right from the get-go. A keeper by Gray, and to no avail.
So here come the Highlanders back out onto the field. Quarterback Chris Schoen, the pocket passer of the two. Back into the huddle. Conversations now. Now a delay.
Short a player out there.
Yeah, that's right. They were there. A package problem.
He knew it too, counting heads. I'd get somebody out here.
And Gabe Mangrum will run out onto the field and end for the Highlanders. And the chants begin for the Highlanders crowd with their team on offense. First down and 10, their own 45, going left to right. Minute and a half to play here in the third quarter. They're chasing 7. Here's the snap and the handoff. And the ball is put into the hands of Vassar. Vassar dances off the left side of the line, ends up falling forward for 3. Second down and 7.
Looks like is that Dylan Tanner on the ground there. Looks like he's experiencing some leg cramping, and we're seeing more and more of that. Seen him working on a number of Highlander players, and now Dylan Tanner right at the point of contact
And
there.
you can see the Blue Devils at the far sideline, Billy, trying to stretch out their legs, the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, the quads, things that they want to loosen up. Now a player just goes straight down on his face trying to loosen up what I'm assuming is tightness. 70 degrees is very, very warm for a high school football game, plus the turf throwing up a little bit of heat. It's been collecting the sun throughout the day on that infill of tire that they have underneath it that make those needles, those synthetic needles, stand up on the field, and players are stretching all over the place. I think it's a hydration break for everyone. Anyone got the Gatorade up here?
No, Travis Storm
I know
already got rid of it.
Matty Hoole's on it over there, as he always is, but you know, you can only force the players to take in so much water. And at this point, it's really a little late to actually get it to work on the muscles.
We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight. Radio will be departing our company for a little bit as we play catch-up from that shortened halftime here at Commerce Bank Field at Foley Stadium. But you get a chance to stay with us every time radio steps away. Leominster TV, you get the bonus coverage and bonus analysis here from Foley Stadium tonight. And Bill, as we continue again, this water break, people stretching out, trying to get loose. You're absolutely right, though. The point you were making before radio went to the break. Too little, too late. Now you're playing catch-up. You're going to drink a lot of water and Gatorade to get caught up.
Yeah, and I don't think it has enough time to actually to affect you in such a short period of time. This is something you got to do leading up to this type of game and be ready at kickoff.
Back to Commerce Bank Field at Foley Stadium. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer. Everyone now loosened and hydrated, and second down we go. Second down and 7 for the Highlanders, their own 48-yard line at left hash. Here's the snap and the give for Vassar. Dances as he receives the football. Bounces it to the outside as he crosses midfield. Angled out of bounds around the Blue Devil 46-yard line. That's right about where that stick went down. It'll be short by maybe half a yard. Yard at the best. Needs to obtain the front edge of the 45-yard line of the Blue Devils for a first down, and their nose of the football is on the backside of the 46-yard line. So about a half a yard is what the Highlanders need on this third and a half a yard to go. Winding down to 40 seconds to play here in quarter 3. 21-14 is Leominster's lead. The Highlanders looking to close that gap before the third quarter ends. Here's the snap for Schoen. It's low, picks it up. Vassar, the workhorse, gets the handoff. He's got first down yardage and more. He's across the 35, go 30, dragged down at the 26-yard line of the Blue Devils. He's got a Highlander first down with the clock stopped while they move the chains. 24 seconds to play here in quarter 3.
He gets up a little gimpy too, but what some great moves he's showing tonight, and has left Blue Devil defender in his wake on more than one occasion, and I think 2 or 3 nifty moves there to gain some really positive yardage.
And they're going to let this third quarter run out. 3 quarters of play in the books from Commerce Bank Field at Foley Stadium. Leominster 21 and Doherty 14. Teams change ends and the all-important fourth quarter of action. When we come back, you're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. First down and 10 to go. The snap, they put it into the hands of Herman Akachapong, and forward he goes across the 25, go 20, and drag down at the 15-yard line, make it the 14. And a first down run for Herman Akmatapong. I'll get that close as we work our way through this one, but a great run nonetheless. Another quick strike, first down throw to the near side, complete. J.J. Early as the Highlanders moving quickly here. 30 seconds, 2 quick plays run is we're 30 seconds into this fourth quarter. They're still looking to catch up. They're trailing 21-7.
Yeah,
21-14, excuse me.
And we don't see Vassar out there, and I'm just going to go with Herman and leave you to the last names, but looks like he's taken over that tailback role here, and as Vassar attempts to recover, leading the fourth quarter.
Second down, second and about 8 to go for the Highlanders. They've got the football at the Blue Devil 12-yard line at left hash.
Vassar back out there now, probably saying, give me the football.
He has been the workhorse tonight, and he has gashed the Blue Devil defense when he's found a hole. Here's the handoff. He goes forward, now reverses Fields, but Anthony Dandini, backside pursuit, got a hand on it and pulled him down with one hand. But yeah, immediately cramps up as he goes to the turf.
He doesn't even done with that tackling. He's waving
raising
his
hand
arms.
going,
Hopefully
help.
that's what it is, a cramp. But he was one of those players, I saw him over here trying to stretch the hammies out, and that's all it takes is one twist. And that muscle just rolls up inside your leg. Out there quickly, the training staff. And, you know, there's only so much you can do at this point. It's play to play, and hopefully that one twist just doesn't make that muscle feel like it's getting a knife stabbed into it. I think we need to turn our attention back to the field. Anthony Dandini being carried off by 2 of his teammates and not being able to put any weight on look like that right leg. We'll have to see how he recovers going forward.
Third down and 12 to go, and Schoen's back to pass, right back at it. Back to pass, he throws, looking downfield. The little comebacker for J.J. Early was very successful early with Early in that left slot position, but the pass falls incomplete, and it'll bring up a fourth down and about 12 to go.
And I think I'll pick that low-hanging fruit and saying this is a big fourth down
yeah.
play right here.
Yes, it is, and this the early tester for the Highlanders. Remember, they may be a division down, but nonetheless.
I mean, a tester for the Blue Devils defense here, too. This can go either way, and this is going to be a big momentum swing here early in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no question about that. A big test early on in the season, and the Blue Devils want to make sure they get the personnel right because, of course, Dandini, that commander on the defensive side of the field, he's that linebacker that calls the plays in the huddle, not out on the field right now, so you got to get another general out there, and Dylan Tanner in the linebacking spot now taking the play calls from the defensive coaching staff. So Coach Palazzi trying to manage the best he can, but at this point, again, an early delay out there trying to get the right personnel on the field.
Yeah, and it looks like we haven't called. I see number 80 out there in the field, Mario Meza, trying to fill that hole in the middle of the defense. He's got some big shoes to fill if that's what they expect him to do. Some shifting going on. I see Zachary Delgudis out there too in the middle, but nobody can fill Dandini's shoes.
No question about that. Fourth down, 12 to go. Ball at the left hash, and the Highlanders are looking to go for it out of the Blue Devil timeout. They find themselves at the Blue Devil 17-yard line, going right to left, showing the low snap, fields it off the left tip, rockets it up down the field to the right, jump ball in the end zone, broken up, incomplete. Big defensive play there for the Blue Devils. Nice position there. Travis Storm got inside position on the receiver. I believe it was DeJesus out on the outside, got the position and knocked it away.
Yeah, that ball kind of floated out there and took a long time to get out there to the intended receiver and gave Travis Storm a chance to get over there. Disappointing he didn't make the INT, but INT or incomplete pass, the result's the same.
The result of the play is the important part. Turnover on downs and the ball back to the Blue Devils, maintaining a 7-point lead with straight up 10 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who's in that fullback slot now, taking Dandini's role on offense.
Yeah, the two in the running back position certainly are not who you thought it would be. Dotting the standard I formation, it's Adam Couch. He gets the handoff, takes it to the right side of the formation, gains a handful of yards, maybe 4, and make it 5. Second down and 5 coming up. And Bill Thomas, I saw the same thing you did. Was that 22?
It looked like, and now that's a Yeah, but I
22,
got
the
Noah
fullback.
Gray twice
Yeah, I
on
was
my
going to say
sheet
that
here.
appears to be a that appears to be a
Connor
mess-up.
Marchand?
Connor Marchand. with
Yes,
that one.
that's who I see there on the and let's
right.
thank the Doherty staff for providing me with that roster that gave me that information.
Better late than never. 2nd down and 5 to go. Double fake and the handoff put in the hands of Adam Couch. Couch finds his way straight forward across the 25, the 30, and dragged down at the 31-yard line. Adam Couch wasn't expected to be the tailback of the night, but there he is. Another fresh face starting to make a difference for the Blue Devils offense. And this time he had to step up with what we believe Angel Colina on the sideline, have to assume out injured.
Yeah, a complete different backfield than what we saw at the opening kickoff here, but being very productive here in the 4th quarter, and maybe some fresh legs on the field is what the Blue Devils need, and they're showing a little bit of spark right now.
1st down and 10 to go for the Blue Devils at their own 30-yard line, going left to right. The snap, the inside handoff for Couch, and forward he goes. He will be taken down at around the 34-yard line.
Pickup of about 3 there on that 1st down carry. See another offensive player on the field that we haven't called his number, Miles Laura, number 34, making an appearance. I think he's going to be spelling the fullback. That looks like fullback by committee going forward. We'll have to see how they line up. If he does, he coming out in the, looks like the tight end position here, but a lot of new numbers on the field for the Blue Devils in the 4th quarter.
2nd down and 7 to go. Double fake for Gray. Rolls out to the left on the run. Fakes it and now rolls to the outside. Crosses the 35, go 40 and angles out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Good job by Noah. That's kind of your old school naked rollout right
Yes, it
there.
was.
No protection. One defender to beat over there, and he did a good job of it. A little shoulder fake to the inside, beat him to the outside, moving the sticks.
And the officials mark him out of bounds at the Blue Devil 42-yard line. Plenty of yardage by 2 for a 1st down for Leominster. 1st down and 10, their own 42-yard line, going left to right. 7:57 to play here in the 4th. Don't worry about it, Bill Thomas. 21-14, Leominster's lead.
Just a comment, great to see the Blue Devils get out from the shadow of their goal line.
Yes, indeed. Changing field position for sure on the possession. 1st down, 10 to go, their own 42 at left hash. I formation, pair of receivers split out to the wide side right. And the handoff for Adam Couch, dotting the I. Got some room, flagged down on the play from the umpire. That'll be holding. Gain of 4 on the play for Couch at the moment, and it'll be coming back for a penalty, 10 yards for the hold.
I think that's all that guy does is stand there and look for holds. And I've had a number of them tonight.
Yes, indeed.
Going to back this up 10 yards from the point of the snap. Yep, looks like it.
So they mark it back. It'll be a 1st and 20. Ball marked back to the 32-yard line. 1st and 20 from the Blue Devil 32 at left hash. 7:50 remaining in the 4th quarter. 21-14. That's Leominster's lead right now. They are protecting on the offensive side of the football.
A little confusion, it seems like, on where some of these players that aren't normally part of the starting package go. Noah Gray doing a good job.
Connor Marchand at the fullback spot, split off set with Couch behind Gray. On the snap on 1st and 20. He'll roll it out to the right, lower his shoulder, boom, down goes one defender, and down goes another at the 45 as Gray backpedals out of bounds at the 47-yard line. That looked a little like a tight end going downfield. Ba-boom, ba-boom, down go the defenders as you work your way down the field.
You never know. There could be some of them college-level Duke Blue Devils watching just to see how a future player or recruit is going to handle themselves, and I think they're pretty impressed from what they see if they are watching tonight. And I know we are. You know, that's where a lot of yards can be gained by not running out of bounds.
You look over at the Blue Devils sideline away from where the rest of the team is. It looks like a MASH unit. Players getting stretched out, and they just go out in tiers. Farther and farther and farther they go out into the night here at Foley Stadium as they're trying to loosen players up. Adam Couch leaves his feet, hurdling a downed offensive lineman across the 45-yard line and down at the 49. That even spooked Chad Garner of the Sentinel Enterprise.
A little rise over
man,
there.
I'll tell you, the hurdles out there tonight. We got a hurdling team. It's unbelievable.
Half a dozen of those plays. And I'm going to wake Cade up down here. Cade, little update on Couch's stats. He's going to be approaching 100 yards on maybe close to 20 carries. Is that a little? Can you give us some feedback here?
Oh, that's a little. That's a little much. That's a little much.
Bill wants to make him feel good, but and lots of touches tonight since he's started in the ball game.
He's had some good spurts, a couple of good 8 and 10 yard gains. Maybe give him a little too much credit, but he's looking good.
Number of them called back on penalties as well. Gray with the double fake. He'll now roll out, keep it himself. He's got first down yardage, and that might be the worst slide I've ever seen.
That's a smart call. He's got the first down yardage. He's going to the sideline. He does the good thing. He does not need to take that hit after having gotten the first down.
And he doesn't need to stop the clock. I think the important thing is let's keep that clock moving once they stop it to reset the chains. But great heads-up move there by Noah Gray. Did not need to take on any defenders.
The baseball softball guy in me, though, kind of thought that was bad. I mean,
bad slide.
That was bad.
But that was good.
Very
use,
smart.
Right,
smart decision.
Good
just
cranium use there. Yes.
Great play nonetheless. There's the snap and the handoff for Couch, and Couch has got a crease, and he's gone. Can he run away from the defenders? Backside pursuit, slips one, drops another, and into the end zone. Adam Couch has got himself a touchdown. 44 yards to pay dirt for Adam Couch.
Low-hanging fruit. He might have 100 now, Kate.
Getting closer. We're getting closer.
What a crease he found there on the inside. Credit the front blocking there. You got to look at the left guard, Zach Kalady. You got to look at the center, Brendan Byrne, opening up that hole in the A-gap to the left side of the line. Opened it right up, and he found the crease into the second level and ran away from the defense and dropped one at the goal line. Adam Couch, the sophomore, maybe a name you didn't think would be calling tonight. Sophomore, 5'10", 163. Great night tonight at the tailback spot for the Blue Devils.
Couldn't agree more, showing those fresh legs, leaping defenders. And nice job fighting off tackles there at the end of that run.
Ball down, kick is up, and powered through for the extra point for Foster. Team's coming back up the field. 5:54 to play in the fourth quarter with the score. Leominster 28 and Doherty 14. More to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers joining us on Leominster TV tonight, and you've gotten to watch a great performance. We expected fresh faces. We've certainly got one in Adam Couch at the tailback spot. He has established himself as certainly, you could say, a second-level player behind Colina, and if Colina cannot going forward in the next few weeks, he's definitely established himself as a first-string tailback. As we welcome you back to Foley Stadium in Worcester, Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer, picking up that thought from bonus coverage and bringing the folks on the radio live in with us as well, talking about Adam Couch. Couch has been and shown in replacing Angel Colina at the tailback spot for what we believe is an injury, but again, we don't have any information on that. Just that we know that Colina has not been in the game since somewhere in the middle part of the first quarter of action. Coach Palazzi takes a timeout here as the Blue Devils were set for a Mike Foster kickoff. After a touchdown, they may have been heavy a player out there. He's going to trot everybody in, and Coach Palazzi is going to sort some things out. But Adam Couch, Bill Thomas, Adam Couch is here to play. He's shown himself to be a serious back. He can block. He's small at 5'10", but he can block, and he can find himself some room down the field, Kate.
I think Kate's got a stat
Billy,
update. Gonna set me straight.
7 rushes, 68 yards.
Yeah, I understand that I misspoke.
It's okay.
I'm getting it from both sides.
I'm sorry.
And you and Chad are both spot on the yardage. So, yeah, but it seems like he has 100, and he's definitely given the Blue Devils some momentum, and nothing like the electricity that a 49-yard run with the fighting through the defenders will the energy that'll give your team.
Out of the Blue Devil timeout. Foster ball on the tee. A little directional kick there, and he shot it out of bounds.
A directional kick?
I'm going to guess that was not the plan.
I don't think that's what was discussed during the timeout.
I'm guessing during the timeout, Coach Palazzi said, don't kick it to Tyjon Vassar.
Right. Kick it to the left hash.
Left up man, left somebody over there. Kick it into the Blue Devil bench.
That no man's land, not the bench. Or actually, I think that landed on the track.
Week one. That's how it goes. It's week one of action.
For everybody.
Oh, man. 5:54 to play in the fourth quarter. 28-14. Leominster's lead. Foster, he wants another shot at this. He left the tee on the ground. Yeah, they're going to take the ball in the penalty.
I would too.
1st and 10 for the Highlanders. Ball will be out of bounds at their own 42-yard line at right hash.
Great field position here for the Highlanders, and they'd be remiss not to say, give me the ball right now.
Not their best field position of the night. Their last offensive drive started at their own 45, but close to it.
And a timeout on the field. This one came in to the back judge. Noah Gray out in that secondary tonight. Started the game unexpected
You
tonight.
don't say.
Got a start in the secondary and gets himself a timeout as well.
It's like he's a ghost.
Well, he is a
Like I
captain,
knew it in
so
advance.
you want your captains out on the field. You know, he's the general
How
on
can you-
offense, and
How can you possibly
you know, I
play
think he's
safety?
representing them well out there, and he's a player that seems to have taken care of his body hydration-wise, and showing no signs of cramping. So get him out there.
The old adage in the bat and ball sports is if you can hit, they'll find a spot in the lineup, a place for you to play on the field. Okay, same thing here. If you're an athlete and they need you on the field, they'll find a place for you to play defensively, even if you're an offensive specialist.
I've never been a strong proponent of playing your quarterback on defense, but I'm coming around to the way of thinking when it works.
Absolutely.
Only took you 6 years. Bill.
Yeah, hey,
Only took you.
that's
few
why I
years.
talk about it and I'm orchestrating it.
Showing first down and 10, their own 42. Snaps a pass out to the left, complete into the hands of Kenny DeJesus. And
boy.
DeJesus completely reverses
Oh, he's
fields,
still up.
On
taking it
his
back to
feet.
the right side, turns the right corner,
there a
sheds a
whistle?
defender, and the whistle blew him out of bounds at the 49-yard line. But what
Oh,
a
boy.
great play for Kenny DeJesus there. He got the pass all the way out in the left numbers, turned around and went running directly back at the quarterback showing, ran around him and took it out the right side of the formation, stepped out of bounds though as he tried to turn it upfield at the 49-yard line.
Tough to say, as bizarre as that play looked, that might have been a design play. At least he didn't hesitate to reverse field, and one more move over there, he was coming back at us, and who knows where he could have been stopped.
He thought it seemed like a good idea at the time. Second down, 3 to go. Low snap, fielded by Schoen. Throw on the run, complete to DeJesus again. He keeps it on the left side this time, but his pocket got picked. Ball is down on the field.
I think he got it
He
back.
got back on top of
Right
it. Yeah, the
back.
Highlanders will keep it.
Fortuitous bounce right back into his hands, tackled onto the ball, it looks like.
It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Highlanders into Blue Devil territory at the 47-yard line at left hash.
Highlanders crack 100 yards passing, 102, 17 pass attempts.
And all of a sudden, a player who we didn't even know was on the team in the first half is emerging here in the fourth quarter to put a little spark into the Highlanders offense.
He did have a 14-yard reception in the second. He had a 5-yard reception in the first, but yes, he's had 2 very nice receptions now in the fourth.
5:05 and counting left here in the fourth quarter, and Vassar gets the carry on first down. Vassar on his feet, sheds a bunch of defenders, got some room out to the middle of the field. Gray tackles him from behind, taken down at the Blue Devil 33-yard line, a gain of 15 on the play for Tejan Vassar, who's had a great night tonight for the Highlanders, finding room out on the field. He gets low, he gets underneath the radar, and he finds his way into the second level.
And I mean, he's just crippling people out there with his moves, and 4 or 5 Blue Devil defenders on the ground watching him run away from him. Great job there, and you know, he's bounced back from that injury that we saw him looked like he suffered there about the 10-minute mark, and he wants to be out on the field, and he's telling him, give me the ball.
Yeah.
Vassar 12 carries for 58 yards.
Yes, indeed, and a quick timeout taken by the Highlanders. They'll stop the clock with 4:38 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll keep it right here. It's 28-14, Leominster's lead. Highlanders need a quick score here. They need to get the football back, and they need to go right back down the field as they are chasing 14 points. That second Blue Devil touchdown that came just a little while ago here in the second half, key moment. It was their only touchdown in the second half. They got the other one just before halftime. But that touchdown, really the difference right now. When you're chasing one score, it's a whole different thing when you're inside of 5 minutes than when you're chasing 2.
Yeah, when you look at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half, that 2-minute drill that led to the Blue Devils touchdown, and then that great stop down there on 4th down. They got the ball back for the Blue Devils, and led to, I think that led to their touchdown. Was that drive that led to the touchdown,
I believe
Kate?
it was.
I'm remiss a little bit where that came off.
I was
of.
looking
That
around the region,
I
sorry.
think that was points off of that possession turnover, if I'm correct. But really, two plays, 2 drives there, and it's created that separation.
You are correct, Billy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See, it's not all bad news coming from me. Only for Todd.
Recall's tough. Low snap. Oh,
Yes,
that
indeed.
looks like a
Fielded.
lateral there.
Yeah,
but
quick screen out to the near side. It's complete in the hands of J.J. Early. He gets a little angle to move the ball forward. Gains maybe 2 yards on the play. I'll be looking at a 2nd down and 7 to go.
And I think now the sideline is looks like the way the Highlanders are going to be working, try to get a clock stoppage here on every play, and Blue Devils need to be aware of that. But still, you can't ignore the middle of the field. There's still plenty of time left in this game. I'm sure the Highlanders will take advantage of that if they see that the Blue Devils are cheating out that way to try to create a turnover off something going out to the sidelines.
Kate, you'll be excited to know the Assabet Valley Aztecs opened the season with a big win tonight on the road at
Against
Hudson.
Hudson,
26-6 final.
That's a huge win.
Handoff for Akshmanapong.
Ooh, ball's down.
Akshmanapong loses the football on a multiple bounce. It's fielded by the Blue Devils, and they're back on the return. Travis Storm on the return. He takes it out of bounds at the 49-yard line of the Blue Devils. Pocket picked of Herman Akshmanapong. Down on the field goes the football. Johnny on the spot is Travis Storm, and he runs it back upfield. Blue Devils will have the football 1st and 10 at midfield.
Good job by Travis there. It looked like he picked that up either off the bounce or just reached down full speed, never broke stride. Great job there. Great hands, and I can't imagine how difficult that is to try to reach down and pick up a football. We see pros fumble at that, and we know they practice that, the fumble drills, but good job by Travis Storm. Sets the Blue Devils up nicely here with 4:20 left in the game.
And here come the Blue Devils out onto the field. Under center, Gray. Down low, the snap, give it to Adam Couch. Couch bounces it to the outside right with a block. Little shifty move across the Highlander 45, 40, and out of bounds at the 38-yard line. And Adam Couch adds to his total tonight. Another 15 yards on that carry.
Good job by Alan Link out here doing a little wide receiver blocking, tying up the defensive back out here and helping some extra yards to be gained there at the end by Adam Couch.
He's now at 83 yards on 8 carries.
I'm going to go that when I was talking 100, that was a prediction.
I like it.
Anytime
like
you
that.
can backpedal, Bill, I like it. I like it. That's good. That's spin work right there. That's good. I like that.
I knew I had 100 in my brain somewhere. It was in the future.
It was in the future.
Snap. The handoff forward for Connor Marchand. Playing the fullback spot, replacing Anthony Dandini. He battles his way across the 35 and dragged down at the 32-yard line.
Good job there, and a chance for some Blue Devils to get a different look. And we're seeing some numbers out there we don't usually see once again, but still the common denominator out there. Noah Gray doing a good job pulling these substitute players together and really making it happen under center and orchestrating the offense very nicely.
3:35 to play here in the 4th quarter. Gray in the standard I formation. It's Marchand with Couch dotting. Gray under center the snap. Put it in the hands of Connor Marchand. Met with a head of steam by the defensive line of the Highlanders. Pushed back by a half a yard. 3rd down and 4 to go.
And that's the play that we would see Dandini, the load he would carry right there. But good job by the Blue Devils substitutes to carry the load here tonight. Keeping that clock moving, that's the most important thing. That's the 12th defender that's working against the 12th offensive player, I guess you could say right now, that's working against the Highlanders. That Blue Devils keep that clock rolling down under 3 minutes now. Probably 2 first downs away from being able to run out the clock, but still a lot of football to be played.
3rd down and 4 to go. Double fake. Gray eludes a defender. He's in the grasp. Gray gets away from him, flips a pass out the couch, says, no, you take it. Gets a block to loosen up the room, crosses the 35 of the Highlanders and dragged back down around the line of scrimmage. Give him a gain of 1, maybe a half on the play. So call it 4th down and about 4 to go, but nice job by Gray. Kept the play alive, moved it forward. Probably should have just thrown the football away, but it looked cool.
Well, he should have been tackled, which he wasn't. He showed his strength, but it's only a 1-yard gain on the score sheet, but that was a 15-yard pickup right there when it was all said and done. Good awareness that they were able to get something out of that. Took a bag of lemons, turned it into lemonade right there.
Got a question for you, Billy. How many passing attempts have the Blue Devils had in the 4th quarter?
5.
None.
None.
That was a pass.
1. 4th down and 4. Here's the snap. And they gave it to Couch. Couch takes it forward, just keeps the clock churning as we wind under 2 minutes.
Pardon me.
And now it will stop the clock on the change of possession. Blue Devils turn the ball over on downs. 1:45 to play in the 4th quarter with a 28-14 lead. The Highlanders get the football back. It's not impossible, but the Highlanders have a lot of work to do in a very short period of time to do it.
Not impossible, but improbable. But hey, we've seen strange finishes, and Kate, that was a little trickery there. But only one pass in the 4th quarter. I thought that there was a couple more tossed in there, but great ball control. And when it's working on the ground and you got some fresh legs out there, I think the Blue Devils have done the right thing. Good job by the coaching staff recognizing that, using those fresh legs, keeping the clock moving. Some good heads-up football we're seeing on the Blue Devils side here in the fourth quarter.
Shotgun formation, 4 receivers split out wide. Highlanders need to take it down the field, and Schoen's got himself in the gun with Arrington in the backfield. Snap, slings it out, right slot, complete. Pass into the hands of DeJesus, plows his way forward, across the Highlander 40 to the 43-yard line. That's a first down for Doherty. Temporarily stops the clock while they reset the chains. They got to make a quick personnel change, give the Blue Devils a chance to substitute, and right back on the football. There's the clock, and it's winding. Down to 1:35 to play here in the fourth quarter. 28-14 is Leominster's lead.
Mike Quillis, a nice job, open field tackle from his safety position out there. Good job.
Here's the snap. Double move. Schoen looks to the near side, throws it in the area of the 50-yard line, incomplete. They're going to say the intended receiver was 81, Matt Brothers, and the pass will fall incomplete. Yeah,
busted play there, all said and done. But at this point in time, no sense in looking for any intentional grounding. No intent there, just a busted play. Does stop the clock. Second down and 10, 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. You know, I'm hesitant to say in the game, but 1:20 left here to play in the fourth quarter.
Yes, indeed. And here's Schoen breaking the huddle. 28-14 is the Highlander lead. 1:21 to play in the fourth. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Trips to the left side of the formation, working from right hash. Backpedaling Schoen, guns it over the middle. Pass is complete into the hands of Gabe Mangrum. He's into Blue Devil territory across the 45 and dragged down at the 44-yard line. Clock will stop on the first down while they reset the chains once again.
Looked like Blue Devil number 36 there in on the tackle. Isaac Phillips, another open field one-on-one tackle as the offensive play attempted to run away from. Good solid tackle, keeps the clock rolling.
Back to pass, backpedaling and throwing out to the near side. It's a duck, but it's short, leaning out forward and ruled incomplete. Evan Brunell was the intended receiver, and he couldn't get the basket catch underneath it.
And he comes up limping on top of it, cramped.
It'll stop the clock on the incomplete pass with 59 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter, and the Highlanders slowly and steadily running out of opportunities.
Under 60 seconds left in the game, 59 ticks on the clock to be exact. Second down and 10 for the Highlanders.
And here comes Schoen into the huddle. We've got a final score around the region tonight. We've been looking for updates on this one. Hadn't gotten them all night long, but a final score from Brockton tonight. Brockton beats up on Fitchburg 48-25, the final score there. More scores coming up post-game. Pass downfield for Schoen. Pass is complete into the hands of Matt Brothers. And Brothers has got himself a first down, and Schoen slow to get up. He took a pretty good whack in the backfield. Looked like 66 on the defensive play for the Blue Devils. Chris Jackson got back there, put a little tag on Schoen, and he is down and slow to get up.
15-yard gain, though.
That's not a cramp pains. That's getting leveled as he stood in there to release that ball. Once again, a good open field tackle down there by, I believe that was Dylan Tanner after that reception.
Update from Toronto. Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays, 9-2, top of the seventh inning
huge.
Right now.
They need these next 3 series pretty badly.
And we'll join that game in progress when we wrap things up post-game here at Foley Stadium tonight. At the very least, we'll get you on to post-game coverage. Double move there, and down goes Mike Opping, the more legged quarterback, the option back for the Highlanders. They'll take a quick timeout here to stop the clock. 39 seconds to play here, chasing 14. And not a bad opportunity to look ahead for the Blue Devils right now. Their week 2 opponent, they go on the road to Ashburnham, Westminster. They will take on Oakmont. Their next opponent, Oakmont, with a big win tonight. Game being played at Doyle Field. Lunenburg playing their home games this year out at Doyle Field. Oakmont, a winner tonight, 42-18 the final score. So it'll be the battle of 1-0 teams. Leominster and Oakmont, Charlie Raff and Dave Palazzi in a battle of offense versus defense next week out in Spartanville.
The battles of the polo guns.
Should be a great matchup. Quick comment here. Looks like Schoen's night's done. He's receiving treatment on the bench, and he's in a lot of pain.
And Opping will take the pass, back to pass, float against the grain, pass thrown complete into the hands of Phila Darkwa. Darkwa battles his way to the 25-yard line.
Just another quick update on the Red Sox. Right now they are ahead 9-2, top of the 7th inning.
Like you said earlier, Kate, that is a big series. And
the next 3 are.
You know, facing their immediate rivals as the season winds down here. I hated to see him out to San Diego playing interleague play in September and then having to fly to Toronto. I mean, whoever came up with that schedule, I think they must work for the MIA part-time. Sorry, couldn't resist.
I
Red Sox doing a great job battling through that schedule. And who would have knew that we were talking about the Red Sox in first place in September?
How about that, huh?
I had them for 90 wins, all my April predictions. And
100 yards for Adam Couch tonight.
Well,
great prediction for you, Bill Thomas. The great Kreskin
The 90 is
are.
still out. The jury's out on the 90, but I'm ready to start tooting my horn on that. I have that on tape a couple of times over at FATV during a nice little sports show I do with Alex Bogzadarian out there, so we'll have to see if that prediction comes true.
No question about that.
3rd and 5 here, so game is winding down. A little out pass to, looks like number 12.
Yeah,
is
that
what
pass
we
is
have
complete
there?
to Paul Yadam. Again, that kind of pedigree of players with brothers that are now coming up to play. Didn't get a lot of touches tonight. Yadam came up with a fumble recovery, a Darkwa, a play on special teams, but certainly can see a bright future for this Highlander team. And as I said all week long in our different previews, whether it was the Coach's Corner on Leominster TV, whether it was on our appearance this morning on the K-Zone Morning Commute with Travis, whether it was last week with you filling in for Howie on the Scholastic Sports Zone, if you're Leominster, you much rather wanted to play Doherty week 1 because this is going to be a much different Doherty team. They are only going to get better as these weeks go by. There is plenty of flashes here that I can see. This team's got a lot to build on. Week 4, 5, and 6, dangerous Doherty team the teams will be playing down.
And we know the history of Doherty, Super Bowl champs back in, I believe, 2013, and had a great team then. And I think their tradition is continuing, coming off an 8-3 season. And even though this is going to go down in the loss column, I think they got a good building block here off of this first game.
4th down and 4, Opping at the quarterback spot in the gun. Arrington in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Got some time. Rolls out to his left. Now reversing fields. And here's Opping trying to make something happen. Eludes a few defenders with some open field in front of him. He's got first down yardage and more. Drops another defender. Spins off one more. Reaching for the goal line. He is in with 1 second left on the clock. It is a Highlander touchdown. 24 yards for Mike Opping. And it will bring that score just a little bit closer and give these Highlander fans just a little glimpse of some of the excitement they have to look forward to in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously as the game winds down, fresh legs at quarterback, and he really showed him off there. And great open field maneuvering to bring that ball all the way over the goal line.
Extra point coming up here for A.J. LaCouture. J.J. Early does the holding. They're doing the count. They don't have enough personnel, so they're bringing on some new bodies. Here comes a couple of more. They'll get a chance at one more kickoff down there as well. Got to make something happen almost immediately, but crazier things have happened. You saw how busted that play was that resulted in a touchdown. Snap, Early gets the ball on the tee. The ball is driven up by LaCouture, and oh, no good. Makes it a little more difficult as that one was pulled to the left. 28-20, the score right now with 1 second remaining. So they need the touchdown and a 2-point conversion coming up here with 1 second remaining in the ball game.
And this
need a special teams play right now.
And this touchdown is going to have to come off the special teams play because, you know, as soon as the clock starts when the Blue Devils touch the ball.
Yep.
And so it's going to have to come off an immediate turnover here. A very difficult situation. But I tell you, the Highlanders put up a good fight. Right down to you know, the final seconds here of the game. This is going to go into a good win on the Blue Devils side, though, to start the season. Really, I think this is a wake-up call for the Blue Devils, and you know, it's not going to get any easier facing a former coach in Charlie Raffin. He knows the Blue Devils inside and out, even though the personnel is different. A long-time defensive coach over here at Blue Devils country.
Well, and it will be exciting because I remember them talking about the battle of wits in practice with Coach Palazzi coaching the offense and Coach Raff coaching
off
the defense.
against each other.
Now they're going to face off with their own teams up against one another. It'll be an exciting game next week. We're looking forward to it. There's a line drive into the hands of Travis Storm. The clock stops and starts, and down it goes. Storm kneels it down. Game over. Final score from Commerce Bank Field at Foley Stadium tonight. Leominster is a winner in Week 1 to go to 1-0, 28-20. The final score over Doherty tonight, who drops to 0-1 in Week 1 action.
Great game. Got a little mundane in the middle, as could be expected here on opening night. But first 5 minutes, very hectic, a lot of action. And I'm going to say that, the momentum shift there that we saw the first half wound down and then start the second half, difference in the ball game.
No question about that. And that touchdown right before halftime certainly makes all the difference in the world. And we are going to head to a break. When we come back, we've got your post-game coming up. We relive it all. We award our player of the game, final whips around the region with scores all over central Massachusetts tonight, plus some final updates, and we'll get you off to Red Sox baseball as well. For those of you joining us in replay coverage on Leominster TV, I want to thank our executive producer, Bradley Bedard, joining us tonight. For Bill Thomas and Kate Meyer, I am Todd Robbins, saying join us for the Coach's Corner next week, live Monday, 6:30 on Leominster TV. So long to TV for now. Radio, we're just getting started. Post-game show coming up from Foley Stadium. 28-20. Leominster is a winner in Week 1 action. More to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ.